Here we go.
The only thing we have to
Beer.
is
Beer.
itself.
Beer. So many choices.
Only no function beer well without.
Woohoo! Beer!
Hello and welcome to another episode of Beer Busters. We're going to bring you the news and reviews of your favorite brews. My name is Dan Baker. I am joined by my co-host and brewologist,
Steph Hefner.
and of course the demented and fermented
Wayne Baker.
It's another quarantine special. Here we are. We're social distancing. Somebody on my camera, who I will intro in a minute, is pouring a copious amount of alcohol into another form of alcohol. And I would expect
Rock and roll, baby.
I would expect no less whatsoever. We are still quarantined. We are still social distancing. We are still recording. It's this is the highlight of my week, more so than it usually is, and I'm very happy to be here doing what we're doing and fucking drinking. And we have to say, we hope everyone out there in podcast land is staying safe, staying healthy, staying sane, and of course, staying hydrated with your favorite beverage that may or may not include alcohol.
Also, this we are once again in a position where we are several weeks ahead.
Oh yeah, it's weird.
So I think we're at 3 weeks.
Yeah, give or
from
take.
Today. But this episode.
We'll see how it goes. Time is relative. This might come out early. I don't fucking know. We'll see.
Yeah, nothing matters.
There's no rules in quarantine. It's like the airport.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
That's right.
But if it is 3 weeks from now that you hear this, maybe everything's okay now. Probably not.
Probably not.
Yes. Or maybe an asteroid came.
Oh God, we could be. There is an asteroid that's flying close to Earth.
Yeah,
but we're not so lucky as for it to hit us. Well,
deep impact.
The positivity.
I know, right?
Yeah, right.
You heard the voice, you know the voice. You're gonna hear the laugh. It's a very distinct laugh that I love so much, and you can hear it. You can hear it underneath me talking, and I love that so much. We have with us the one, the only,
Ethan Buckman.
the fucking man. How are you, sir?
I'm doing absolutely phenomenal, man. You know, I'm just living my quarantine life best I can.
Of course.
Drinking Miller High Lifes with shots of Aperol in them, and doing my best.
That's all you can do. That's all you can do. You're also in South Philly, right?
Yeah. I'm in the Point Breeze section of South Philly.
Yeah, I never know what area to tell people I'm in. We're like the Venn diagram, the perfect center of a Venn diagram of three neighborhoods. Point Breeze is one of them. It's just I don't know what to say I live in.
What is your cross streets?
Well, this is getting cut out. I'm gonna bleep it. I'm gonna bleep it.
Bleep. Oh yeah,
Like West Passyunk.
Yeah, it could be West Passyunk. It could be Grace Ferry. It could be Point Breeze.
Yeah.
Gerard Estates. We're the northern part of Gerard Estates, the western part of Newbold, and the southern part of Point Breeze.
Yeah, when I lived there, I described it as Grace Ferry just so people would understand how like stabby that section of the neighborhood was.
Stabby.
Because nobody knows Philly. Because I used to live, now I'm about 10 blocks away from Dan, but I used to live like 2 blocks from Dan. And when people hear Point Breeze in Philly or they hear Gerard Estates, they don't think stabby. They think like yuppies and hipsters.
Yeah, especially Gerard Estates. Yeah.
But like that part of Point Breeze, because I think it is technically Point Breeze, is just like delight. Like when people say they miss the old Philadelphia, that's what they mean.
That's the old Philadelphia for sure. For sure. I have Citizen on my phone, and I can't tell you how many times over the past couple of weeks I've gotten so many alerts that are like right around the corner from the house. It's a stabby neighborhood.
Yeah, So the week after we moved out of that neighborhood, and we moved out of that neighborhood. Now, I did ask about videoing, but I'm not. My house got robbed because we were growing something that may or may not have been illegal in the back of the house. But anyway, so we moved out of that neighborhood because after the house got robbed, some local drug dealers made it very apparent they were really displeased with what was found in our house.
Oh, shit.
And so we moved out right quick. And a week after we left, a bunch of dudes, including Meek Mill's cousin, no lie, got shot on our corner 3 houses away from ours. Yeah, wild part of the neighborhood.
Well,
You had a big social media campaign when that whole Meek Mills thing was going on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I did because, and I ended up shutting it down because, like, unfortunately, politics and business, especially in Western Montgomery County where the brewery is, don't really mix. Because no matter what you say, you're pissing off half of the population. And Meek Mill didn't need my help as much as I needed all my customers.
Right.
You know?
That's a good way to put that.
Yeah.
Should we talk about what we're all drinking?
I was going to say, we do need to get that. I have a point of order we got to do beforehand because I forgot it last time almost.
Oh, yeah,
Social media. We're all on our phones more because life sucks and is weird. And what better way to pass the time than look on the internet at what other people are doing when nobody can do anything? At Beer Busters, Twitter and Instagram, Facebook, we are Beer Busters Podcast. There's beerbusterspodcast.com. And, of course, patreon.com/beerbusters, where you can find your way into the fun behind-the-scenes feed. You get the access to Last Call, should we ever be allowed to be around people again. And we do basement recordings. You may find yourself invited to a basement recording if you're local to the area. And, of course, the punishment videos. But, unfortunately, again, we can't do a punishment because everyone is perpetually being punished all the time. So that's...
Your punishment is to go across the street and lick the first doorknob you come across.
Oh, no.
That's your punishment.
Oh.
That's a higher stakes punishment than the weird beer drink.
That's true.
It really is.
In the time of a plague, that's a real
Yeah.
No, I thought of this too earlier. I thought of one thing that has been edited out of the episode, and I thought of another thing that I'm going to bring up. I just set up and I'm working on launching a TeePublic merch store for us.
Yes, yeah, that's been in the works for a while. Thank you for actually doing it.
Yeah, they reached out about us joining their affiliate program. I'm still not sure of all how the details, but short story is we're going to have. I already have one T-shirt design up there. I'm working on another one. I want to get uploaded. It's also got stickers, magnets, notebooks, all that kind of print-on-demand type stuff. Because we've had a sordid history with merchandise. But this is quick and easy and doesn't cost us anything up front, so I thought it'd be cool to set up. So that's going to be coming out probably sometime in the very near future. By the time you hear this, hopefully you'll be able to check it out. So,
woo! I like TeePublic a lot. I have a couple of shirts that are from them, and I outgrew one of them, and I'm very sad because it's a Futurama and Doctor Who shirt.
Oh man, dude, I've outgrown so many. I had this dieting period where I lost a bunch of weight, and I bought all these cool clothes when I was like skinny as all get out. But I lost 80 pounds.
Woo.
And then I bought all these cool clothes, and now I'm back to the same weight I was before the diet. Now I can't wear any. Yeah.
Nice.
Speaking of weight, a little bit of follow up. A couple episodes ago, when Wayne wasn't on, you were going through your involuntary weight loss program. I went through a voluntary weight loss program. I'm down 12 pounds.
That's pretty impressive.
That's cool.
Especially because it's fucking quarantine. Everybody's putting on weight. I'm fucking losing weight. God damn it, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
No, that's how it goes for fat people, though. Because I've been losing weight just from being sketched out about going into Wawa for breakfast.
Yeah, I can't go to Wawa for breakfast. I can't go to the cafeteria at work and get breakfast and lunch. I have to worry about what I'm cooking, and I kind of feel bad if I eat, fried chicken 3 nights a week and, a burger another night of the week.
Yeah, I don't feel bad about that, but I do feel bad about potentially getting the plague while I'm dealing with customers, so I don't go to Wawa. Yeah. And it turns out that a huge portion of my calories was the shit I was eating in the morning.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of calories, another way you can ingest calories is by drinking them. So we should go around the horn and say what we're drinking. I have another pint of Purple Monkey dishwasher here from Evil Genius because I have that in my kegerator. I think I'm almost out of CO2. So after this one, I have.
Already? The hell are you doing?
I knew that you were going to say that. I didn't refill it between the kegs.
You got a 5-pounder?
Yeah.
And it's out after 2 sixtels?
Sixtel. Well, the last sixtel was last year, so it's been sitting there for a while unused.
Oh, yeah, you probably got a slow leak.
Yeah, well, when you got that first sixtel from Workhorse, you and I had quite the fucking time
with the lines, but we got the lines taped up to the point where they're okay. The lines are good.
But
nothing's leaking there.
Some of the CO2 end up bleeding out at some. I remember some. I don't know.
When we're back to normal, you let me know, and I'll come doctor up your kegerator.
Okay,
for you.
I'm going to hold you to that.
I'll give it the loving professional touch.
Definitely needs it. It's either second or third hand.
Yeah, somewhere in that ballpark. But after that, I got a couple workhorse beers I'm going to work through because I still have some leftovers from what James sent. And Wayne, half of this case that was sent is yours.
Yeah, I thought about grabbing some. I stopped by to grab that mail the other day, and I thought about that, but you were back to work talking on the phone for your tech support, and I didn't want to bother you again. So I was just like, don't worry about it. I'll just buy more beer.
Well, it's here. I'll try not to drink it all.
Yeah.
Wayne, what are you drinking?
So I am drinking. I bought a variety pack of Oscar Blues. I was actually going to get originally I was going to get like a Yards variety pack, but they were out. And I saw this, and I thought, I haven't had Oscar Blues in a while. I like Oscar Blues. So I killed Mama's Little Yellow Pills while I was eating dinner earlier, just before we started, and now I am on Dale's Pale Ale.
Very nice. It's been a while since I've had anything from them. Solid choice. Steph, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking a Stickman beer.
Hey!
Yeah.
I took advantage of the curbside pickup at Stickman, so I'm drinking. Baba's got a brand new brew, which is the ale with kombucha and strawberries.
That's a good one. Barrel aged.
$5 for these bottles.
You know
What?
that is that. Yeah, the barrel aged, the vintage 2017 bottles are $5
God damn.
just because it pisses beer geeks off. But Steph, that Baba's got a brand new brew. The base beer for that is the extra gluten that you hated so much when it was fresh, and I promised you were going to love after it came out of the barrel. What do you think?
This was supposed to be I told you so stuff.
Yeah, but we couldn't. We had to use the Baba's name because we collaborated with them on the beer, but that is what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, that beer smelled like fucking ass.
It's crazy how much it changes though in the barrel, right?
Yeah, no, it's you're right. It's delicious now.
It's like I'm a professional.
Who'd have thought?
And Ethan, I don't remember if we said it while we were recording, or at least in what's going to be in the episode. What are you currently drinking?
So right now I'm drinking a bottle of Miller High Life, which I've fortified with about 2.5 shots of Aperol.
Fortified.
Wait, one bottle with 2 to 4 shots.
2.5.
Yeah.
2.5.
It's Aperol. It's not like hard liquor. It's like it's Aperol. But look, yeah, I'm out of Aperol, so I'm probably going to just continue to drink High Life for the duration of this fucking podcast.
Hey, it's a perfectly fine and acceptable beer.
A funny industry secret is that like most pro brewers, especially the longer they've been in their career, like at home, the shittier the beer they actually drink.
Oh, there's something to be said for it. It's reliable. It's cheap.
Well, it's also the same reason. Like my sister is a professional chef. She's actually the sous chef for the pastry program at Hungry Pigeon, which is like a very well-renowned restaurant. They've been a James Beard nominee several times. And she tells me that like in the professional chef world, it's like kind of the same thing. Like the more advanced you are in the career, the more likely you are to be eating like Taco Bell and Domino's every night.
Yeah.
There's just something about it. You just get like so sick of thinking about the stuff that you're making that you default to like the most mediocre version of it.
Yeah. Although now I want Taco Bell and
Taco
Domino's.
Bell's delicious.
Yeah, Taco Bell's great.
Oh, Taco Bell.
Yeah, it's amazing, and that's my my biggest quarantine regret is that not regret. I can't really have Taco Bell. I'm sure I can. I can probably go to Taco Bell, but I'm not going to.
The Taco Bell KFC combo is real close to your house, and they're letting people walk up to the drive-thru.
Oh, that's even better. Okay, maybe I will go there.
Yeah, you should.
Well, I want to try to keep things relatively close to normal as possible, so why don't we do some news? Steph, what's happening?
I literally have one thing to talk about.
Hey, let's talk about it.
So one of our favorite beer events that I know Wayne and I have attended many times, Dan, I don't know if you have or not, but the Sly Fox Bach Fest is coming up this May. So like many other big beer events, this one is also going viral. So the Bach Fest will be Sunday, May 17th at 2 p.m.
Point of order, going viral or virtual?
But I said viral, didn't I?
You did.
Virtual.
It's okay.
Words are hard. So apparently there are videos of past goat races and the Stein hoisting event as well. And Alex Meisner, of course, will be performing because I I think he performs almost every single year. So he says all from your favorite chair at home. You'll get to name your goat, and as always, this year's My Bach will be named after the winning goat. So you can actually enter your own goat, and you can win overnight accommodations for 2 at a nearby hotel, grand marshal status for the goat parade, up close and personal trackside seating, and all you can eat and drink, and $100 Sly Fox gift card.
Ooh.
So you can still be part of the festivities. I'm not going to read all of this. There is a shit ton of information on the Facebook event page for this, but it's pretty cool.
So they're doing a virtual version of the event this month, and you can win all that stuff. Will that be for next year's event then?
I'm assuming so.
I'm assuming that'll be for coming up. That's cool. It's really neat to see. Like, I mean, it sucks to have to happen, but it is neat to see people like trying to keep, some sense of community going virtually. I mean, can you imagine this happening before the internet? Like, can you imagine having to deal with something like this and not having this option to meet with people virtually? Like,
there's stories of people like literally having psychotic breaks when the social distancing for the Spanish flu was going on.
Yeah, I can't imagine that. I mean, especially then you didn't even like television. You barely. I mean, radio.
Yeah, you had no idea. You just had to sit by the radio and wait for somebody to tell you that shit was okay.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, Jess went insane here, being stuck indoors for a little over 2 weeks while I was sick. We weren't allowed to leave at all, like not even for groceries. I could sit inside for 2 weeks. Like, I didn't really. When she was like finally ready to go out, I was like, all right, I guess I'll go back to the outside world for a minute and go get some groceries.
Hey, how are you feeling, by the way?
I'm fine. I'm back to normal. Physically, back to myself. Being completely honest, it has taken a bit of a mental and emotional toll. I'm a little skeevy about going outside still. Like, even like we took.
Oh yeah, that's totally understandable.
And like, a little bit of what do they call it, agoraphobia.
Yeah.
House, which is also why I reached out to the owner where I work and said, listen, I just don't feel like comfortable and mentally in a state to come back to work yet. And he was kind enough to be like, take as much time as you need. Just let me know.
Yeah, because it's horrifying, man. It's horrifying because it's one of these things where it's like, if you had been in a different situation or got a different strain of the same thing, you would be in a different situation now.
Yeah, exactly. And the flip side of it is, I'd like to think that I'm now immune, but nobody knows for sure.
That's the big concern, right? Is that there's the one guy in Japan that tested positive for it on 3 separate occasions.
Yeah.
So like, who knows?
You just don't know. That's like, I think that's one of the worst things about this whole thing in general. It's just how much nobody knows. Like, you just don't know. Like, you don't know what like returning to a normal, society and economy is going to look like. You don't know when that's okay. You don't know like the details of what this disease actually does to people, because they're like, well, some people don't get sick at all. Some people obviously don't survive, and it's so.
Yeah, it's wild because it's been an interesting thing too, because we live in this weird place where, like, in a brewery, the way that you work is designed to prevent the spread of microorganisms. So
right.
Like in the beer world, we're all kind of like very used to behaving like this anyway, where you're like worrying about what you're touching and sanitizing and stuff. Yeah, so like it's interesting because like for us, right, it's this thing where when we go into work, we're already sanitizing everything. We're already wearing gloves a lot of the time, like, and switching them frequently. We're already doing all those things. So you get to this place where, like, for me, I think I haven't been super understanding at times, especially early on, of like my girlfriend's concerns about it and stuff, because I'm like, yeah, you just like sanitize the shit you're supposed to sanitize. Don't you know how to sanitize stuff? Like, what are you doing? And it's like, actually, that's a thing that like I do at work that most people do not.
Yeah. And I mean, I work in a restaurant, and the restaurant I work at is in a hospital building. So, that was also always something that was on our minds. But I mean, as well as I do that, like, working at a restaurant, you're not as clean as you are working in a brewery. It's just, I mean, you're clean.
In a hospital, you're just like in the epicenter of it. Like,
yeah.
I have a lot of friends in medicine, and they're all just like, they're all just like saying like, we basically just assume we've been in contact with this every single day. Like, that's yeah.
Yeah, and I mean that's how like I felt when I was working. I was in a weird situation for like 3 weeks leading up to when I actually got sick. And every day it was just like I'm gonna get it. It's not a question of if, it's when. Like I just, like that was like
It's hard to avoid when you're in a medical field. But I heard that cocaine cures it. So
all right.
I'm not saying that's what I'm going with, but I'm saying like it is. Cocaine is out there, and actually I've seen some drug dealers in the neighborhood. They're all wearing masks, which is delightfully funny.
Wow.
So Ethan, I had a question for you earlier that I thought of, and I figured I would wait till we're recording. Are you wearing deodorant?
Yeah. Oh, I am so glad you asked that question. I want to get into this a little bit.
Oh, Jesus.
So I have a reputation because I'm a stinky man, and I'm pretty dirty when a lot of people see me. So I have a reputation for being like the dirty man in the beer industry amongst like other brewery owners, especially. And I heard even my buddy John from Stolen Sun and Chris over at Stolen Sun busted my balls about that on this very podcast.
Yep.
That was our last episode in Real Civilization.
Yeah, it was.
And I thought it was hilarious. But I would like to point out, totally in the spirit of good-natured ribbing, that generally I am a functioning member of society. Now, the reason a lot of other brewery owners don't smell so bad when you guys show up at the end of a workday, and I do, is because unlike a lot of other brewery owners, like my buddy John over there at Stolen Sun, I'm not just standing next to the kettle talking to my employee, but I'm in fact actually working in a brewery, which is a dirty and sweaty job. So I would say that when these other brewery owners, like, some of my best friends in the beer industry who shall remain unnamed, who show up to work in flip-flops half the time, bust my balls about being sweaty at work, I'll just remind them I'm the only one actually handling liquid still. So,
very good point. Well made.
They may argue that they've run their businesses to the point where they can get somebody else to handle that liquid.
I can too. I can.
Yeah, well, there's a difference between like being able to and wanting to.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I know.
That's where we at.
Yeah.
It's your stick, Ethan. We all love you because of
We
it.
definitely do. Absolutely.
That's what I'm saying.
No matter what anybody
I think
says.
it's part of my mystique, But yeah, so I'm happy to absorb the reputation as the dirty man of brewing. It fits me. But I just wanted to point out, these guys I'm talking about, they'll know who they are. The ones who wear flip-flops to work.
I mean, you also just named two of them, so,
Well, John and Chris. Well, Chris is she's over there busting her hump every day at Stolen Sun, precisely so John has the ability to make fun of me for being smellier than him.
And he won't even let her make a damn lager.
He runs a tight ship.
He does. But yeah. So I am wearing deodorant right now because I got home, and I come home, and I immediately change clothes and shower and everything for my girlfriend's benefit because I am living with her. Well, not just because of the smell, but also because of the worldwide plague. But I'm actually dressed very nicely. It's a prom-themed episode.
I was going to say, I don't know if we mentioned it.
We haven't mentioned it.
Yeah. So I don't know if anybody's really going to see the evidence of this, but we are all dressed up.
It'll be on Instagram.
All right, good. Did it stem from, I have no memory of a good 3 hours from last week.
It was totally your idea. You're
I thought
the one
so.
that got up and,
I remember,
and changed.
The funny thing
don't
is,
remember it.
Since we've been recording in the quarantine age, Dan has been able to partake maybe a little bit more than he normally does. So there's been a number of things that Dan has decided during a podcast and later been like, I don't remember saying that and I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
It's true. Dan just disappeared last week. We were talking to John and Brandolin. Dan went and changed into his suit. We came up with the prom idea. And then all of a sudden, Dan got muted. And then Dan's screen went blank. And we never saw or heard from him the rest of the night. And I'm not even sure how much of the rest of the night was recorded.
A pretty good chunk of it.
Oh, and you played guitar.
Yeah, I vaguely
remember that?
I sang.
Oh, I did. I forgot about the guitar.
And you told jokes. You got your joke book out and you were telling jokes.
Yeah, and I remember getting made fun of. I remember my jokes getting made fun of.
We liked your jokes. Don't
Sure.
even.
Yeah, right.
But anyway, so Dan had the idea that he should put a suit on, and then that stemmed. We should have a Beer Busters prom. So Dan is wearing a suit. I am wearing a sequin tank top and a sequin jacket and the bougiest eyeshadow you'll ever see. And Ethan is wearing a very nice shirt and tie. And Wayne is wearing what I'm going to assume is one of Jess's dresses. It's a very nice black dress with white polka dots and these beautiful like teardrop cutouts right around the chest area.
I'm rocking a little cleat.
It's like alluring and modest all at once, you know?
Yeah, and it's got these pockets.
Oh.
It's like,
Oh, pockets in the dress are a big deal.
That's apparently a big deal.
Yeah, but they also have teardrop cutouts, so they're really just for show because really not much.
I have a request
'Kay.
for our listeners. Each of you needs to take a selfie of you and your outfit, like now, and then text it to me. And then I can put it on social media so everyone can see our beautiful outfits.
And if you don't have Steph's number, 805-991-BEER, I'll log back in.
I think I may have misunderstood the challenge. You want us to take our pictures right now?
Well, if you don't take it now, you're going to forget, and I'm never going to get them. So if I ask you to do it and tell you to do it now, I think since you have Jess there, you should give her your phone so I can get a full body shot of you.
All right.
Oh, listeners can send me pictures of themselves too. That's fine. 80.
Yeah, they'll send you pictures.
805-991-BEER.
Which is 805-991-2337.
I got it right.
Please no dick pics. Oh, fuck.
Can I ask you guys a question about the dick pic?
Sure.
This is an ongoing sociological thought experiment that I have been posing, right? Now, nobody admits to being the dick pic sender, and nobody admits to ever have enjoying a dick pic that they've received, right? It's an inappropriate thing to do. Especially, when nobody asked for a picture of your dick and one shows up anyway, no bueno. However, there is a subset of the population. It is probably incredibly small who responds positively to the dick pic. That's a hell of a picture, and that population will not admit that being self-reporting. But I'm trying to figure out, because it also stands to reason that some of these dick pickers have found some level of success with the dick pic, and that's why the behavior persists to some degree. I'm aware there's also terrible negative psychological reasons for it, but to some degree, some of these dick pics have had the desired effect. I'm wondering what percentage. It's infinitesimally small. Yeah, infinitesimally small. 1 out of 10,000, 1 out of 50,000. But do you think there are dudes out there just cold calling with dick pics?
Oh yeah, definitely.
They want to extend your auto warranty, but dick pics, And they are just I'm trying to really suss out what percentage. How many times do you have to send a dick pic before one receives the desired response?
Well, that's the thing, is that I think for a lot of people that do that, it's not necessarily there is no desired response. The thrill is in just showing your dick to somebody.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be nice? I imagine if you asked them, they'd say it'd be nice if they touched it afterwards.
Well,
right?
Obviously, but I feel the thrill is
that's what I'm interested in.
I guarantee you the number of people who have had success with an unsolicited dick pic is less than the number of people in this country who have coronavirus.
Jesus Christ. I would say the number of people who've received had success with a dick pic is less than the number of people who've survived Ebola. There's a number, and I want to know it. I want to find it out. I've thought about going for a master's in sociology just so I could do this as my research project.
Defending your thesis on dick pics.
Defend the deed.
Imagine getting a doctorate in that after you get your master's, and you defend the thesis so well that you are awarded your doctorate on a dissertation about dick pics.
Wouldn't that be great?
I think you need to do it.
It sounds funny, but I actually think like it's a legitimate psychological inquiry.
It is. It's a good
It's a thing
psychological
people
inquiry,
do.
and it's a really good commentary on the current status of society. And you could border that with perversion and going into also like, is man good or evil?
But it's also, I think, I mean, if we're going to really dive into this deep,
Let's do it.
I think it's just another example of what technology allows people to do. You know, like the other day, Steph, when we did the trivia, we got Zoom bombed, and somebody was just screen sharing porn. Like, why? Why would you do that?
The layers of dick pickery and dick pick adjacent activity are vast. Like that's what I'm saying is you peel back the curtain, and just there is a whole world unlocked by this exploration of dick pickery, and like I want to know all about it. It's like how I'm like fascinated by like flat earthers too, you know, and so it's like that kind of same group where it's just like I want to know what's in your fucking brain, man. Like I cannot believe.
Yeah. Well, I think it's also probably like loosely, or maybe not so loosely, related to people who leave, you know, anonymous scathing comments online, or people who troll in all kinds of ways, because
People who leave untapped comments.
yeah, I mean, because because there's a big difference between like actually whipping your dick out in public and sending someone a picture of it. Like there's an extra layer of protection to the offender there that makes it easier to do and get away with.
Oh yeah, I mean 100%. It's just like it's fascinating to me. It's I think, you know, and I can imagine what they drink too, right? Like I'd really like to profile the dick picker because like you could figure out so much about them and what that says about society as a whole.
What are you thinking, White Claw?
No. I think that your typical like serial dick picker is drinking some kind of cream-based cocktail all the time.
Hey,
Wow.
whoa, hold on.
Oh boy!
I do remember last episode talking about how much I love White Russians because I wasn't drunk at that point. I love.
Yeah, so White Russians are listen. You know, all serial killers love red meat, right? Or all cannibals love red meat. You know, that doesn't mean you have to be a cannibal to love red meat. But all cannibals love red meat, right? So
all dick pickers, like that feels like no.
It sounds like a terrible thing.
Yeah, you know, sticking a finger up in there and seeing what comes out. All dick pickers like White Russians, but not all people who like White Russians.
I didn't say White Russians necessarily. I said
What other cream-based beverages or cocktails are there?
There's the nuts and berries, which is a favorite of mine. There's the Brandy Alexander. There's the grasshopper. You know, there's a couple.
Serious question: how many of those did you just make up right now?
No, all of those are real classic cocktails that all have cream in them. Yeah, I can tell you what's in every one of them. You want me to go through them again?
Please do.
So a nuts and berries is hoagie. Shh. Come here.
You have hoagies in a drink?
That's the puppy. Hoagie.
Italian meatball.
But so nuts and berries is cream, frangelico, and chambord. Equal parts of each served in a rocks glass. Brandy Alexander is cream, apple brandy, and some kind of liqueur that I'm forgetting. That comes in a martini type glass. A grasshopper is the same as a nuts and berry, but it's chocolate liqueur and creme de menthe. And what was the other one that I said?
I think that was it.
Okay, well there you go. All three of those are classics.
I kind of want to try all of them.
Yeah, they're delicious. I mean, there's nothing wrong with them.
Yeah,
they're good.
But I'm not going to take a picture of my dick while I'm drinking it, or because I'm drinking it.
But if you did take a picture of your dick, odds are you'd be drinking one of those.
Yeah.
Drinks at that time.
It should be said that if you want to take a picture of your dick for your own personal enjoyment in your own home, that's fine.
Yeah, just don't send it to somebody who didn't ask for it, you know?
Exactly.
Well, obviously, yeah.
Send it to everybody who asked for it, you know? Hold on. I got to take my dog out or he's going to shit on the floor. Give me a second.
Geez.
All right, fair enough.
He's only like 4 months old.
Aw.
Dan, you're the only one that hasn't sent me a picture.
It's a very dangerous thing to proclaim after what we were just talking about.
I know, right?
Hold on, I sent mine, yeah.
Yep, I got yours.
I wear the glasses too because I felt like it made me feel, more well read.
Are you blurry? We need to retake this.
It's amazing how much easier it is to take you seriously when you're wearing glasses and we can't smell you.
Yeah. When you combine those two. Although right now, I got to tell you, it's delightful. I got beard oil in.
That's much better.
Right.
It is very majestic. I'm growing my out, but I'm jealous of where yours is.
The thing is, it looks bigger than it is because I shaved my head.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, it's still very impressive. Don't get me wrong.
Thank you.
I like that picture. So cream-based cocktails aside, and prom attire aside, normally the question that I always throw to our guest early in the episode is, what's new with your brewery? What's new with Stickman? Well, things are fucking strange right now. What are you doing at Stickman Brews to get through the craziness that is life currently?
So honestly, in the brewery, the biggest change has been that we're just canning everything, right?
Okay.
So because we can't have people inside. Some breweries, I think growlers are great. Some breweries are filling growlers, which makes me feel, I got to be honest, a little weird because reusable containers can potentially spread things. Beer is enough alcohol to prevent microbial growth inside it, but it is not enough alcohol to sanitize things, right? So if it's on the surface or whatever, it'll spread to another surface via the tap, blah, 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 blah. But so we're doing curbside pickup with all 4-packs. We set up an online store so we don't have to exchange a credit card. We don't have to deal with like long waits and phone calls and stuff like that. But we're operating our full kitchen. We're operating the brewery in full. Our wholesalers, they're picking up less than they were, but they're still picking up because a lot of distributors and beer stores are similarly doing curbside, and a lot of bars that are still operating doing takeout only have switched to selling beer to go as their primary way too. So our operations haven't changed that much. The front of the house, the customer service role has obviously changed dramatically because it went from a full service, a bar with a full service kitchen to, just doing takeout and kind of serving people out of our loading dock like a drive-through. Or in the case of Chester Springs, it's sort of like a car hop situation. It's weird. We're wearing masks inside. We're keeping 6 feet apart all the time, things like that. But there is something kind of psychologically draining about not being able to see people's facial expressions all day. But it's, we're really lucky, right? Like we have our whole full-time staff is there at their normal pay rates. Everybody's still on their health insurance. Hoagie, stop. Everybody's still there on their health insurance, and everybody's working. We're a lot more fortunate than a lot of people in this current situation. So I got nothing to complain about. We've been able to do a lot of stuff for charity. A lot of people have stepped up. We've gotten a couple of people as like anonymous donors to like match donations to certain things, and we've been helping. We've been helping provide meals for homeless people. We've been donating to the women's shelter to help victims of domestic violence, which is a problem that's exasperated right now.
For sure.
So we're doing the best we can. We're trying to help out everybody who we can help out, and still making a lot of good beer in the process. So
that's
good.
Have
you changed at all the beers that you're actually brewing? Because you're canning everything. Are there certain beers that are going to sell better in this circumstance, or you just kind of?
Well, so the big thing is, since we haven't had to supply the draft line, so like Stickman is a tough brewery to work in sometimes because we're really limited on tank space. We only have so much area that we can put all the tanks in. So sometimes in order to like keep the draft at the tap room going with like blonde ale and pale ales and stuff, and to keep the wholesalers supplied with draft, we have to make choices of which beers we need to make because of tank space, right? But so we're brewing less hype beers as a result. Like we call them hype beers, but like Pineapple Upside Down, Store Bought, and Double Deuce, and all the beers that like get that kind of drinker really, really excited. And now we're wholesaling less because businesses are slowed down everywhere. So we're just brewing a lot more of those. So we're brewing a lot more of what I think our customers get most excited about. which has been good.
I had a thought about businesses existing with the social distancing, and not everybody has the ability to keep 6-10 feet apart, whatever they're going to recommend. How far do we think body odor travels?
At least 6 feet when it's mine.
Yeah, at least.
I am a particularly radiant fella, I'd say, though. I would say on average it's less than 6 feet.
Wow.
I'm not obviously a medical expert in any capacity, although right now it kind of feels like everyone thinks they are. But I kind of feel like the spread of coronavirus or anything like that is more like the touching and then touching and then touching, and less the spray.
I think so too. I mean, for everything, even stuff that's spores, right? I'm no doctor either. I'm no virologist, but at least assuming the stuff is vaguely similar to the way yeast and bacteria travel, anything that's even stuff that's spores, it's way easier to transmit it. Spontaneous fermentation is a lot harder to do than inoculation, right? So it's a lot easier to transmit everything if you're touching somebody than if you're just kind of misting at them.
Although I do like the pissing analogies that have popped up now as to why everyone wears masks. Those are pretty clever.
Those are funny, man. I'll tell you, the mask is a trip. I feel like a lot of people who are either out of work or working from home right now have their own struggles, but until you have spent 10 or 12 hours in a workplace not seeing a single person's facial expressions, you're not going to know exactly what I'm talking about. But it really fucks with your brain, man. It's weird.
And the thing is, you see the eyes, but just seeing someone's eyes like that is vaguely threatening all the time.
Yeah, it doesn't. It makes you feel like everybody's a little pissed off.
Yeah, or they're going to rob you.
Yeah, I had to run to Target the other day, and I don't have a mask yet. It should be here on Monday. So I used a bandana, and it really felt like I was going to rob the place.
Yeah, it changes the way you feel. It changes the way you feel about your interactions with everybody. It's a very draining experience to do it for a long period of time. So we're experiencing it, and I can't imagine I'm in a brewery working with dudes I generally like to work with, and not interacting with customers. I cannot imagine what it's like to be the retail person at Target or the grocery store right now, where you can't see anybody's facial expression, but they're still kind of being dicks to you all the time. It's got to be wild.
Probably.
It's got to be absolutely wild.
Yeah.
How was your dinner, Dan?
It was great. I might go back for more soon.
What'd you get?
Burrito and some mac and cheese from something else aboard.
Oh, that place that we ordered from. Yeah.
Yeah, I got in the mood for it. It's good food.
Yeah, the delivery options in Philly are really clutch right now. I'm so glad I live in the city because I got Indonesian food the other day.
Ooh.
I got, you can get whatever the hell you want just delivered to your house in the city. I was talking to Jim and Kate, and they have 4 options, and they don't like any of them.
Oh, that's
they're in Chester Springs.
Please tell me one of them is Wawa meatballs.
Oh no, I don't think that's an option. I think
are they doing? Because Wawa stopped made to orders in Philly, but I don't know how far that goes.
I don't really know. I haven't look. I love a lot of parts about Royersford, but the Royersford Wawa is the worst Wawa in America, and I just will not go inside there during this whole thing because I love everybody, but that Royersford Wawa, everybody in Royersford knows what I'm talking about. I don't feel like
I don't know. Jess just gave me a look like you offended her.
Did I? Have you been to the Royersford Wawa and felt like it was a fine example of a Wawa?
I feel like it's as good as you're going to get in the Pottstown area. I feel like it's a higher level than any Pottstown Wawa.
Well, I must have not been to enough Pottstown.
She's a Pottstown native.
Horrifying to me. I don't know. It feels like a 7-Eleven with Wawa branding in there. Every East Coaster will know what I mean.
I think I've only ever stopped there to get gas. I don't know that I've ever gone inside.
You don't need to.
Seems like it.
Not missing much.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I'm not talking about Jess. I'm not talking about the one on Lewis Road. I'm talking about the one on Royersford Road near the Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about the same one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I feel very.
Bell. Which one is this? Maybe I have been in there then. I thought you meant
It's
the one
right on the way to the brewery. It's the one that you turn.
Oh, yeah,
turn
there is
right.
a Taco Bell there, isn't there?
Yeah.
I've been to that Taco Bell.
When I used to live
Of course you
when I used to live on the other side of Broad, there was a taco truck at the end of my street, and it was very common for me to go to Taco Bell, eat it on the ride home, and then immediately go to the taco truck and buy the authentic version of whatever it was I just ate at Taco Bell, and then
Yeah, I'll have your version of a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Yeah.
well, I'd just be like, yeah, give me 2 like actual tacos, please.
2 actual tacos. I want 2 actual tacos.
So, Ethan, one of the beers I picked up when I did the curbside at your place is the Cream Ale, Walk a Mile in Her Shoes. Do you want to talk a little bit about this beer and what the proceeds go towards?
So, yeah, sure. This beer is very special to me, actually, for 2 very different reasons. So the first one is, I kind of mentioned this before, we've had a long-standing relationship with Laurel House, which is a women's shelter. They help out victims of domestic violence, which is a super important thing. And I just can't imagine, especially in this situation, being stuck at home with somebody who's abusing you all day. So they're especially needy right now because the problem is really exasperated. And so a portion of the proceeds of this particular beer, Walk a Mile, is going to Laurel House. And we made a lot of donations to them in the past. We brewed this beer to raise awareness for it. The beer was supposed to coincide with an event that happens in Williamsford called Walk a Mile in Her Shoes, where a lot of men sign up to walk a mile in high heels, which is probably the only time they do that. And people sort of like pledge money for it, like you would like a 5K for charity or something like that. And it's for, raising awareness and also to benefit Laurel House. And so this beer was meant to be the beer we were going to give people at the halfway point and the beer we were going to give people in the crowd for that event. The event was obviously not able to take place, but we decided to continue to brew the beer and release it on the day so that we could, still make the donation and continue to raise the awareness for the organization. We've since added a button to our online store where you can go and just make a donation directly to Laurel House as well if you want. You don't have to just buy the beer to do it. You can donate directly. And the beer itself is a cream ale, which I know I've talked on this podcast and I've talked to Steph about before, is a style that I'm like really fascinated by because it's like American Kolsch and nobody agrees on exactly what it's supposed to taste like. And so this beer, the way I described this beer was I know I've talked about this too. I don't really spend too much time agonizing over recipes. I think the recipe is like the least important part of the brew process, but I really kind of like threw myself at this beer and really thought out the recipe really, really hard and thought out the brew process really, really hard. So this beer was my opportunity to brew like what my version of the real American and best possible cream ale would be. And that's kind of what I did. And I thought it came out really, really fucking good too. So
I would agree with that assessment.
I'm kind of jealous. I want to try it. I want to drink it.
It's so good. And then the beer that Dan is really jealous.
Yeah, god damn it.
the Oreo cheesecake.
Hold on, Ethan. I actually really fucking like this beer.
Oh my god.
Isn't it wild?
Did you just say that, Steph?
Hold on, it's like you made a pastry stout, but you put it in a cream ale instead, and suddenly I like it.
So a thing I always tell people is beer color is like totally irrelevant to the flavor of the beer. A skilled brewer, or even just like a brewer who like reads the catalogs, should be able to produce you like a totally black beer that tastes like an IPA or a Pilsner without that like roasted malt character. And you should be able to make a cream ale that tastes like whatever the fuck you want. I mean, we just made a cream ale and literally just put Oreos in it. Like it wasn't that, what I mean? It wasn't that much to it. It was just Oreos and lactose in a cream ale.
It legit tastes like fucking Oreos. It is amazing.
It's fucking better. There's like 200 pounds of actual Oreos in that beer.
How much do I have to pay you to bring a 4-pack to my house when you come back from work next time?
Oh, I've been doing Philly deliveries for people I know. I'm actually doing deliveries tomorrow. I'll bring you 4-packs.
Oh my god.
It's really good, Dan. You're gonna love it. I love Oreos, so this was right down my alley.
I'll Venmo you. for it.
All right, yeah, we'll talk offline about it, but yeah,
All
I'll be happy to bring you some.
Oh my God, thank you. Yeah, it was killing me all week when I saw people posting pictures of it and the reviews it's been getting. And I think the best review you're going to get from it is the fact that Steph likes it.
Oreos if you like that sort of
Well, except for that one.
Oh my God, can we talk about this for a second?
So the people I know who've had the beer, the people who like don't say dumb shit about beer, have liked it, and Steph likes it, so that says a lot. But yeah, there was that.
There's a lot of untapped action with this beer. So this beer, if you don't know it, if you're just listening to the podcast, you're not inclined to look it up. This beer's name is Oreo Cheesecake Bake Shop Ale. And the picture on the label is we took the literal label from the Oreo packaging and changed it to just have stick figures all on it. So it's a picture of a fucking Oreo on a can where the beer is named Oreo. And people bought it and are like, this tastes like Oreos. I'm not sure if that's a good thing. And like, not what I was expecting. Tastes exactly like Oreos. And like, you know, I'm just like, what the fuck? What were you saying? Another really common comment is I get the Oreo, but I don't get the cheesecake. And I'm like, what specific cheesecake flavor did you anticipate?
Hold on. These are the best fucking reviews ever.
Oh, no, Steph is looking them up.
You know when you dip a cookie in milk for way too long and it becomes so soggy you need to fish it out with a spoon? This tastes exactly like that. However, I did get more of a Chips Ahoy flavor than Oreo.
What?
Yeah.
Here's another one.
That's weird.
Wait, if Oreos are toothpaste, Chips Ahoy are orange juice. They're like completely...
A lot of my friends have been trolling Untapped with particularly funny comments too. So much, so some of them may actually be my friends fucking with me.
This one, disappointed. They clearly used original Oreos for this. We all know that's not enough cream. I'll wait for the double dry stuff version before trying this again.
That's my buddy Mike Kump.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
I was gonna say, what do you want? Hydrox next time?
Oh, boy.
Mike Kump was on ESPN as a world champion axe thrower, and him and the other guy Dave Sicon, who were in the finals of the U.S. Open axe throwing championship, were wearing Stickman t-shirts in the final match on ESPN. And he's the guy who left that fucking awful review.
Nice.
Here's a good one. Creamy and crushable, but odd.
Yeah.
I saw that one. Here's one I respect. Very good, very different. Not rating because it's not my style.
Fine. I'm fine with that. But at the same time, like, it's fucking Oreos, bro.
Yeah.
Just have fun.
Just like take it for what it fucking is.
Have fun.
You know, this made me think, and I don't know, we may have talked about this before on the show because a lot of people do beers like this, but like, what's like the legal implication of like not only putting Oreos into your beer, but then like using the Oreo image, using the Oreo name on the labeling? Like, is there any, are you free to do that?
If they tell me to stop, I will.
Okay. All right.
Like,
But it's like one of those things where like you go to restaurants that make like an Oreo cheesecake or that make an Oreo milkshake and it's branded Oreo.
well, I think for Oreo, it's they're encouraging people to purchase it any way they can, right? So like if you go to a restaurant and you buy Oreo cheesecake, that means that restaurant had to buy Oreos in bulk to make it, right? So I think that people protect their copyrights based on if they think it's damaging or not.
Right.
So if Oreo's business is encouraging people to buy Oreo wholesale, I literally had to buy a pallet of Oreos to make this beer. It's probably not in their interest to tell me to stop doing it because like the beer does taste like Oreo. I'm not like doing it in a negative way. And like I'm kind of celebrating their brand as being kind of like nostalgic. And I bought a fucking pallet of Oreos in order to do it, you know?
Well, and it's also like I wonder, like at what point does an ingredient become like a copyright? Like if you're a chef and you're using, can you go out and buy like McNuggets and then put them in something else and call it your own recipe?
You have to be careful because it's a finished good though. You're buying a copyrighted finished good. Like you could call it chicken nugget ale.
Yeah,
but he probably can't say
like,
McNugget because it's a copyrighted name. Oreo.
I think
but there are restaurants that buy basically pre-made frozen stuff, and all they do is heat it up and serve it as their own food. Like that happens all the time.
Yeah.
I think people look at business like behavior a lot, and they think of it as a much more formal thing. But business behavior actually kind of happens the way that interpersonal relationships are. And like with anything, like with any kind of friends that you have, some friends are okay with you busting their balls a lot. Some friends aren't. You know, like people want you to interact with them differently. And I think that people want you to interact with them in different ways, you know? And I think companies are that way too. So like there are a lot of companies that are making frozen prepackaged foods that just restaurants are reheating, but typically they're making them for the purpose of that, right?
Yeah.
Like Oreo's an interesting company because they sell Oreos that you can buy, but the Oreos that we bought were packaged for restaurant use. You know what I mean?
Right. So they're already selling it as a raw ingredient.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. And I guess what it really comes down to is, like you said, like it's not as formal as like a lot of people might think, where it's really just like, it's not a matter of whether or not this is technically legal or illegal as the law is written, but is it damaging or not damaging to the brand?
Right, because a copyright violation is only illegal if the copyright you're violating has a problem with it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like if they don't charge you, if they're giving you permission to use it, it's not illegal for you to use it. It's at their discretion.
Right.
So,
I think the key of it is not giving the impression that Nabisco or Oreos were actually involved in the making of the beer or affiliated with
nobody's under the impression that fucking Nabisco showed up
right
to sanction this, you know. And I think that's the important part. And I think also it's like if we were making fun of it or we made something that was just like embarrassing, we'd probably be at a way higher risk of them taking action to make us stop doing it. You know, or if like the company as a whole, like if all of a sudden we were just like, you know, for whatever reason, like everybody was mad at us on the internet, maybe then they would be like, stop doing this, don't associate us. But
you know, I just random aside, there's a D&D podcast I listen to, and they give away dice every episode to listeners, and a little while back, the winner was from Royersford, Pennsylvania.
What?
Oh, that's awesome.
But the people, the hosts of the podcast did not believe that it was a real place. They were like, please don't make up the place that you're from.
It takes a quick Google to find out it's real.
Yeah.
We may know those dudes. There was for a while, it never worked out. I forget why it didn't work out, but we were talking with the guys who had this like big D&D game to use the brewery on the night we were closed for like their Dungeons and Dragons night, and we were gonna like sell them beer and have like a private brewery thing for these like dudes doing this D&D game.
Yeah. I feel like that may have come up last time we were there. Actually, I think we may have brought that up. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, they're fucking. So I might have even met those dudes.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, I'm a Royersford celebrity.
I don't mean to laugh at that. I'm sorry. It was the phrasing and the inflection. I promise, not the words.
Royersford celebrity.
Well, it's also the words. I mean, it's a ridiculous thing to say, but I know the mayor. You know,
you're a popular destination in southeastern Pennsylvania, and you happen to be in Royersford. That makes you an important person in Royersford.
You know, when I worked for Hofbrauhaus, the Germans always had a saying that there's only three important people in any small town: the mayor, the priest, and the brewer. So,
Amen.
Yeah.
Did I know you worked for Hofbrauhaus? I'm sure we've mentioned that.
Yeah, I talk about it a lot. I fucking hated it. I loved the beer we made. I've always been a big fan of the lagers, and I learned a lot brewing wise, but that was a weird place to work. Especially as a Jewish guy, it's the company where they let Hitler stage his coup in their beer hall. So,
God damn.
Yeah, it's a weird vibe in there for me. I had to wear lederhosen once a month to release the new specialty beer.
Well,
so yeah.
Okay.
There's pictures of me. If you deep dive on my Facebook, you'll see a couple pictures of me in lederhosen. Wheeling around Hofbräu kegs. Yeah.
Wow.
I feel conflicted about Hofbrauhaus now. Hofbrauhaus is the reason I like German beer and Wiener Schnitzel.
Yeah, I mean, Nazis don't run it anymore.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
They're
like,
Nazis.
it's a stain on their history. Well, I mean,
Yeah, I'm sure.
all
if
of
you
Germany
ask
too.
them
Never
about-
mind.
I'm sure if you
Opera
ask
has a family company. That family is the Hitlers.
The Hitlers.
Meet the Hitlers.
I'm sure if you asked them about it, they'd tell you that they really are not big fans of what these guys did.
Yeah. You know, the more I hear about them, the less I like them.
God damn.
I wonder how many small towns there are out there where the brewer, the priest, and the mayor are the same person.
In Royersford, it's even.
Yeah, I am actually an ordained minister.
I think we've brought
Yeah,
this
I
up
feel like
before, too.
we might
Was
have.
it the Universal Life Church? Is that the one? The
Yeah,
internet-
Universal Life Church.
Yeah, I did that years ago too.
Yeah,
Yeah, you just have to give them some money. That's it.
yeah, $30.
Yeah,
$30.
it's not much.
They mail you a clergy badge. You know who else is a member of the Life Church of Podesta, California? Is the woman on Tiger King who married the crazy guy and his two husbands.
I don't want
You
Tiger
know,
King.
I was researching polygamy earlier today, and
What's
All right.
it was in a joke chat at work. We have a we like to drink channel kind of deal, and somebody brought up having a man and wife. I'm like, well, let me look at polygamy. Polygamy is illegal in all 50 states. But in February of this year, Utah relaxed their laws. So now polygamy is no worse than a traffic offense in their eyes.
How often can you be cited for it?
I don't know. I didn't read that far into it.
Do you get, like, if you're a known polygamist, do you just get a ticket a day? Or is it like once a month?
You can have two wives, but it's going to cost you $200 a day.
Yeah, like what is this? What is the fining schedule? You know, what's going on with it? Or like,
Yeah.
does like the cop have to stumble upon you with the wrong wife? Like they decide one's wife A, and whenever the cop sees you with wife B, you get a ticket. Like, how does it work?
That's a valid question. I opened up another beer, and I figured this would be a good one to have on the show. So I mentioned earlier, we still have some of the workhorse case that was so very kindly delivered to us, courtesy of patron extraordinaire James. I am drinking
We're playing the trivia round where we have to guess the beer. Sorry.
New England IPA.
Oh, yeah.
Because I figured that would make the most sense to drink on this show out of what I have.
New England IPA?
Yeah.
Nice.
Because
That's
we've
it.
gone on tirades about them before.
So that is a New England IPA that looks like the traditional version of hazy.
I
as
didn't
opposed
expect
to,
it
like,
to look like this when I
opaque.
poured it. I should have expected it to look like this, but I didn't.
I've had the workhorse New England is drinkable.
This is
It's
it's
fine.
actually really good.
It's not what I would order, like given their tap list, but
Yeah. But
I
it
mean, I
works,
would
you know?
certainly would drink it.
Yeah.
Dan, what is it called?
It's just Workhorse New England IPA.
It's a good way to trick Hayes boys into drinking, like, you know, traditionally produced beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it. It's good.
Boy.
Well, I have a new beer, and I feel like obviously we're already having fun. But should we dive into a game?
Yeah, Dan's gonna host a game. This is exciting.
Let me grab a beer. Hold on. Let me,
Okay.
I'll do it.
All right. We're gonna wait
beer
for
up.
Ethan to get a beer.
While Ethan grabs a beer, I will mention that I have
Oh.
opened another Oscar Blues. This is Goodnight, G'_KNIGHT.
Oh.
Yes, it's an Imperial Red IPA. It's quite nice.
Check out this shit that I got. This is Tom Hardy's anniversary barley wine, 25th anniversary barley wine from 1993.
Wow.
I
You're
got
gonna open that now?
a whole case of these motherfuckers.
Oh, well then I guess it's fine.
I got a whole case of these motherfuckers.
I'm writing that one down too. I got a whole case of these.
It's so fucking good too. It's unbelievably good. I'll give you all a bottle. It's you won't fucking believe how good this beer is.
Anyway, are we playing a game?
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna hit the music. You guys won't hear it, but it's really for me in editing.
But I'm used to more of mine.
And
What's that?
What?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
I'm
I'm
doing it.
ready.
I'm
I'm
doing it.
ready.
Let us
And-
for saying random things.
3,
I'm ready.
2, 1, go! Cheers, internet.
Oh, the bong sound.
It's so weird that I can hear it and you can't.
I can hear the bong.
The what?
It's a hookah.
Oh,
hookah.
oh,
A water pipe.
that. I thought you said gong at first, and I was like, I'm not playing a gong. Welcome to another close approximation of Happy Fun Time Games, a podcast trivia segment that has 4 points on its marriage license.
Trademark. 4 points on its marriage license.
That's a lot of polygamy tickets.
It is. It absolutely is. I also just got a message from Jess, Wayne. It says, the puzzle is 500 pieces. And I really like having no context for that.
Why did you say
And then I said, shit, wrong message.
This is true. She did. I just think it's hilarious having no context for that. It's like a
know what
code
you're talking
phrase. The eagle has landed. The puzzle is 500 pieces.
I love how our listeners are getting a real inside look at us.
I know. Yeah. It's a nice real way to see how we are with each other.
We're all podcasting from our bedrooms / whatever rooms you two are in, and like, it's just chill.
Yeah.
I'm in my living room.
I'm in my bedroom. Dan's in his bedroom. Wayne, where are you guys?
We're in the living room.
Yeah, it's just chill. We can be ourselves.
It is just chill.
Sofa back there. You can see that's the sofa.
I have to set the stage a little bit here. The other day, when I was scrolling along on Instagram, I found a targeted ad that actually was targeted at me. I drink, I use Instagram, and I like card games, so we are going to play a drinking card game that is called Stay the Fuck Inside.
Nice.
It's essentially, they don't have like written instructions necessarily, but it's essentially a deck of different kinds of cards. It's all digital, where we'll have different instructions or things we'll do. So there's one that's kind of like a truth or dare kind of thing. One where we have to vote who is most likely to do something. There is trivia.
Oh, nice.
There may be other ones along the way. It seems like a really, really cool thing. And here's what I like that they are doing. You can buy your set of, I think it's 150 cards or something like that, through their 150 cards through their website, staythefuckinside.com. And at least at the time of recording, they normally have different price amounts for how many cards you get. They're doing it as a full set for pay as you go, or pay what you choose. You can either do $4.99, $7.99, or $9.99, and 100% of the profits are going to be donated to Meals on Wheels.
Oh, nice.
Which is why I was okay spending the most amount of money on it, because like it's fun for us. It gives to a nice charity. They also have an expansion
It also
pack.
came out of our business account, so it's not like it's.
I know, but like it was still something that I could have cheaped out and I didn't.
No, that's great. That's great.
They also have Stay the Fuck Inside again, the expansion pack, which is 75 new cards, ranging anywhere
We should
from.
have waited till the fall to release that one when the second wave comes.
Well, they should have.
Damn it,
However,
Wayne!
they have 4 different price points for this one: $1.99, $2.99, $3.99, and $4.20.
Nice.
So, I don't know how this is really going to work. They may not be winners. They may not be losers. I don't even think we're going to keep score because I didn't think how that would work, and I can't think of the logistics in my head right now as I'm talking about
Well, that's
this.
fine because there's no punishment on the line, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to know who wins. I'm keeping score.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, Steph is
All
gonna
right,
keep
Steph
score.
is in charge of keeping score then. I don't want to know.
Do we have to have like do we have to have an app or anything open on our end?
No, I've got it up on my end here. It's
Okay.
basically, it's a card. We all, more or less, we're on a team, but we're also against each other. Does that make sense?
Okay.
It's not
All
like
right.
Cards
As
Against
long as
Humanity
we-
kind of
yeah.
deal. It's like we're playing King's Cup or something.
Right. As long as we can play it all through talking. Perfect.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because they designed it, or at least maybe named it after we're all going to be inside separately, so let's fucking do this online.
Yeah. I love it.
Our first card, we have to decide who the most likely is that will go for a walk with a group of friends and call it social distancing. Whoever we decide is the most voted has to take 3 sips, and if they already did it, they have to take 2 more.
Wait, hold on. Are you playing, Dan?
Give me a drink.
Yeah, we're all in it together.
You can play.
Am I playing?
You can play if you want.
Jess is
Are
playing
Jess and
too.
Dana playing? Okay,
Dana's
Jess
playing
and
too.
Dana are playing.
Yeah. Go grab a beer. You can take the phone with you.
So who do we
Give me a
think?
backup one.
Who do we
Sorry.
think is going to be the most likely to take a walk with a group of their friends, and they're going to call it social distancing? I'm going to throw it out there. Not me.
Yeah, you wouldn't go for a walk with your friends even if this shit wasn't going on.
I don't have friends. I would go for a walk, but I don't have
With
friends.
Moo?
Yeah, right. Get a leash for her.
I vote
It's
Steph.
probably me.
I was going to
Yeah.
say, I kind of vote for you, Steph.
We
Jess would go for a walk, but I think she would go for
Anybody
a walk by
first,
herself.
Yeah.
Dana, I don't
That's
think I know
definitely
your
a walk
walking
by
habits.
I don't know you're walking at. I make this bitch walk every day.
I kind of figured, but I had no way to verify. So
I'm actually doing a walking challenge right now. I
Nice.
have to get 10,000 steps a day.
I hope you
So
do.
I can win Wawa gift cards.
Oh, don't go to the Royersford Wawa.
Oh, I'm totally going to the Warriors for Wawa.
Go
It's
to the
a
one
wild
right by the
time.
Taco Bell.
It's a wild time. Listen, I mean, maybe it's because I'm usually there at like 5 a.m. or like very late at night, but it's a wild time. It's a wild time.
Okay, how do we get points now? I don't understand.
I don't know. Because I
You
don't
have to
think this is
drink-
meant with a
drink.
score in mind.
You have to
Well,
take
okay,
three
so
drinks.
here's the thing: we all picked Steph, right?
That's gotta take 3
So
drinks.
why don't we
Just
go
pick
with
yourself.
whoever we voted on gets a negative point,
There
while
you
the
go.
rest of us are at 0.
You get a negative point. Steph, you're a negative
Steph
one.
is at -1.
But I
All right.
Which the most people voted for Steph.
The next card is also a most likely to. Most
All right.
likely to learn 7 languages, oh Jesus, start a podcast, and master an instrument because of social distancing boredom. Most voted takes 4 sips.
Dan.
Fuck all of you.
All three of us said Dan at the same
That's a
time.
majority.
Wow.
All right,
I was going
fine.
to pick Steph again, but yeah, I guess it's Dan.
Dan.
Ethan's behind me. So what does that mean points-wise, though? Because that's a good thing, right? Dan should get a
I
positive.
think here I'm going to propose a radical way to do this
Okay.
for podcast purposes. We should all pour a known amount of beer, and then we should just follow the sips thing. And
Yeah.
whoever finishes their drink last is the winner.
That makes sense.
all right.
Yeah,
Does everybody-
we all just opened a new beer anyway, so we're all
Yeah,
kind
And
of at
I'm
the same.
working on an old one, but I have a new one I can open for the purpose
So
of this.
just open a
Yeah,
fresh
so because
beer,
you haven't had a
and
drink yet.
whoever's
Are we
got-
all drinking 12 ounce?
Yeah.
I had a
I have a
16, but it's
16
fine.
ounce.
Whoever finishes last is the winner.
All right.
Okay. Well, what languages am I going to learn? Can I do Klingon? Is that one of them?
Yeah, Klingon's fine.
You
All
can
right.
share mine too.
Here's a question about Klingon. If everybody's got that universal translator, how come Klingon's the only one that's fucking different? Like
Huh?
you hear every other language is your native language with your universal translator, but you hear Klingon somehow as a different language still.
I don't know. Dramatic effect? I don't know.
Yeah, it's just something to think about. Something to chew on. Maybe Klingon's just so complex and contextual that it doesn't.
Probably.
Yeah.
Hold on. Did we decide we're not keeping score?
I don't think
Yeah,
we're keeping
whoever
score.
finishes their beer last is the winner.
I feel like
And
you
do
still.
I need it? How many sips do I need to take for the one?
5 because you got voted that way and you already did.
Yeah, I don't know if I can see the discard pile. I don't know. That's weird. I feel like you're probably still going to keep score because that's how your brain operates. So feel free.
Steph, you can still, I was going to say, you can still keep score and just have an arbitrary scoring system where you're just like, okay, that's a point.
Where everything's
Okay.
made up and the points don't matter.
I'm just gonna
Exactly.
tally. I'm just gonna give us a tally every time that's the person that was chosen.
Okay, but here's the thing: not all of them are most likely cards. Like our next
Okay,
one is
whatever.
not.
We'll just figure it out.
So the next one is for everybody. It's kind of like a never have I ever kind of thing. If you did the until tomorrow challenge on Instagram, take 4 sips.
The fuck is that?
I don't know what that is. None
I
of
guess
us.
nobody's drinking.
All right, let's keep going. Dare or drink. Give us a tour. Oh God, I can't do this because we're on the iPad. Give us a
Next.
tour of your place right now, or take 5 sips. I'm not taking 5 sips.
Let's all take 5 sips.
All of us.
All right.
Ethan, I'm sorry, you're playing this with a barley wine.
Oh, shit.
Ethan's not sorry.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not.
true.
I
So we
specifically
all
went-
get a tally because we all sipped.
All right.
I specifically went and got another Pilsner for this because it's very low in alcohol.
That was smart.
Yours is like 7. Yeah, careful, babe.
Oh, shit. The next card. If nothing about the pandemic has changed your social life, take 6 sips.
It's changed all our fucking social lives.
I'm probably
Except
the closest
Dan.
one to it having not, but it has.
So
is
Dan-
drinking. Dan is
Dan's the
drinking.
only one.
Like nothing's changed.
Yeah, that's not true. You used to go out all the time. Whenever I came over, you were never there. Or you were on your way out.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. I can't go to Flyers games anymore, but
Exactly. That's social. I can't go to improv class anymore.
it's true.
I can't go to concerts anymore.
That's true.
I
I'm
don't.
not
go to
going
bars.
dancing.
See,
Okay.
see, this is the thing. You have to look at it this way. I don't have to go anywhere.
Dan's frozen. Oh, there's
Am I?
Dan.
No, I'm here. All right.
You're here.
I'm quite the opposite of frozen. I'm pretty hot. This jacket, I'm gonna take off soon.
Ooh.
I made sure to put an undershirt on so nobody can see my nipples on the camera.
Wow.
It's too bad. Well, the resolution's probably too low, but my nipples are totally poking out of this dress.
I
Wow.
would call that nitpick solicited.
Oh, man.
man.
Oh man, you don't know what can of worms you just opened.
I'm fine with nipples.
Oh
I think
shit, Steph, you're not drinking for this one. If you have under 2,000 steps on your health app for the day, take 3 sips.
Oh, I don't.
Under 2,000 steps. Oh.
Under 2,000
No,
steps.
we took a walk today.
All right,
Hold
you
on.
guys. I gotta pull this up.
8,500.
4,198.
I got over 10,000 bitches.
Because
5,261.
I ran in
Oh,
place today.
Does the Google phone have a health app on it?
You have a,
I don't know.
I just got a new phone. I don't know if it's got it on.
This is the best.
No.
do you feel like you've done Did you work today?
Yeah, I did. I brewed today. and
You
also-
probably
Oh,
have
you
2,000
definitely
steps
got
under
I'm
your belt.
sure you have 2,000 steps.
Yeah.
You're drinking with a barley wine. We'll give you this one.
2,000 sounds like a lot, but it's really not.
It's not. No.
No, I average about 12,000 when I have
Jesus.
the app. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing I'm so fat, you know?
It's quite an accomplishment.
I've
really.
seen what you eat, Ethan.
Right, that's what I have a friend who is like he's a doctor, but he does like nutrition and that kind of stuff. And I was talking to him about losing weight when I was on my diet, and he asked me to describe what I eat in a day, and he asked me to describe my average work day, and he told me if I ate like a very healthy diet, I'd look like a bodybuilder, and if I didn't work the way I do, I'd be one of those people who couldn't leave the house. I'd be like,
It feels like you've struck a pretty good balance.
yeah, it's perfect. Because if you're going to be a fat guy, you want to look like me anyway. You know, I'm a very good-looking, well-shaped fat guy. You know,
Yeah.
so I'm fine with it.
You are a good-looking guy. We move on to another card, and this one is categories. So
Cool.
we have to establish an order for how we're going to do this because we have to go around the group. I
Okay.
will.
Oh, dear.
Well, Steph has a scoreboard, so why don't we just go in the order that she wrote everybody's names down?
All right, I'll say the names. You say the task, and then I'll say the names.
Does that,
Well,
does
no,
that work?
we all have to guess things in the same category.
Should we?
So what do you need? You need name first?
We need the order.
Wayne, Steph, Ethan, Dan, Jess, Dana.
Wayne, Steph, Ethan, me,
Jess, Dana.
Jess, Dana. All right.
Dana?
Have we all written it down? Have we memorized it?
My girlfriend, by the way, is posting pictures of me talking to you guys.
Yay! Tell her to tag Beer Busters.
She did.
Yay! I'm glad to know that your girlfriend actually exists.
Wow.
Yeah, she did. You want to prove it?
Wow.
Rachel, do you want to prove that you exist?
I saw a wolf in the background earlier.
You're not going to go with the
I, for one, never doubted it.
You know, it'd be funny if it was like a cardboard cutout on a train, like in Home Alone.
Apparently she doesn't exist. She doesn't want to go on the game.
There she is.
Hi, Rachel.
Rachel.
Hi guys.
Hi. It's nice to finally meet you.
I mean, I am a stand-in. I was hired for
Oh,
this.
shit.
You're being paid well
Yes.
because you're not social
Perfect.
distancing. Free hazard pay.
Exactly.
Yeah, does SAG-AFTRA account for hazard pay?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's so nice to meet you guys. I
Yeah,
hope,
you too.
that
Me
you
too.
enjoyed the Swift pick. It's lovely.
Always.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah,
All
she's
right.
great.
Have we all memorized the order? Wayne, Steph, Ethan, me, Jess, Dana. Wayne, Steph, Ethan,
You know,
me,
I
Jess,
did it
Dana.
better than memorize it. I wrote it down.
Well, me too. I just want to make sure everybody's
I
on the
just
same
know
page.
I'm after stuff. That's all that counts.
So, the loser, whoever can't think of anything or repeats an answer, will need to take 5 sips.
Oh, fuck.
We need to list
That'd be good.
store items that would be sold out if the world was made of gym bros named Chad.
What?
Store items that would be sold out if the world was made of gym bros named Chad. dudes who
Gym
are bros
rats.
who go to the gym and are named Chad, if that's all that existed, what would be sold out?
Kind of like the world's not really ready with, gloves and hand sanitizer.
I'm gonna say Trojan Magnum condoms, but none of them would actually be used.
That's very specific. I appreciate that answer, Steph.
Wow. So what is this? We keep going, but we can't repeat? Or
Can't
do I have
repeat,
to-
and if you can't think of anything, you lose.
Okay, well, I guess I'm going to say protein shakes.
Okay?
All right,
Ethan?
Keto cookbooks.
Nice.
Dan?
Talcum powder.
All right, Jess?
No.
You're the improviser.
Touche.
Yes, and
You're the
Axe body
seasoned
spray.
improviser.
Axe body spray.
Damn it, that was going to be
Yes.
Dana.
Totally her idea.
Easy cheese.
What is easy cheese? What is easy cheese?
Look at Jess.
that was
Axe
creative, but that was really right on the money. That
Is-
was something.
Is that like the generic equivalent of Cheese Whiz?
Yeah.
It's the
yeah.
spray
You ever
cheese.
seen,
Yeah,
you ever seen
yeah,
a Goofy movie?
yeah.
You ever seen a Goofy movie?
Oh, yeah.
I
Goofy
have
movie,
one.
yes.
I have one. I have one. Wayne, go.
It's my turn. All right. White Claws.
Taylor Swift CDs.
Maxim magazines.
Oh, my God.
All right. Dan.
Nipple tape.
Jess.
Peanut butter.
Peanut butter?
There's two reasons I can think of for that.
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about
No
it.
animal abuse.
Yeah. Dana.
Heineken.
Heineken.
Wow.
All right, back to me. Dude Bros, Chad, Jim,
Wife beaters.
Wife beaters,
Rogaine.
Rogaine.
Right.
That's how they say it in Europe.
That's all right. Make fun of the way I talk. Empanadas.
Yeah, pinata.
And pinatas.
Fuck you all.
Ethan, it's your turn.
Oh my god. Doritos Locos Tacos.
There you go.
Oh, man, those are great. Those are great.
Dan.
I'm going to say sleeveless t-shirts that are pre-made with the sleeves cut off, but they look like the sleeves were cut off by Chad himself. Specifically, that say, "Do you even live, bro?"
Wow.
All right, Jess.
Specific.
Very specific.
Stretch Armstrong dolls.
What?
Stretch Armstrong.
Ah.
Oh, I remember him. Dana.
You're welcome.
Power milk.
Power milk.
Muscle milk.
Muscle. That's the same thing. Any product related to manscaping.
I was gonna say Nair. Is that the same thing?
Yeah.
Fuck.
So you went with Rogaine that makes hair grow and Nair, which makes hair stop growing.
Well, you need the hair here, but not the hair there.
That's fair.
Fuck, that's what I was gonna go with.
5,
We gotta start doing a countdown.
No,
3,
don't even fucking count me
2,
down.
1.
For men.
Baby powder.
Don't count me down.
I mean,
Dan said
I
talcum
said talcum
powder.
powder.
Oh,
Pretty
did
much the
you?
same thing. I think you lose.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about
You lose. Drink. We need to move on. Drink.
Yeah, we gotta keep going. You gotta drink 5.
I was going to say a fleshlight, which I'm really disappointed I didn't get to add to the game.
When the world opens back up, come see me perform stand-up, and we'll talk about fleshlights.
No.
Fleshlights? Oh, man.
Can we
Yeah,
save
you
that
did-
for last
Stand
call?
up? Dan,
Dan,
have
you
you
should
been
do
doing
prop
stand-up?
comedy. You should be like the X-rated Carrot Top.
Oh God,
Come out with like
no.
dildos and fleshlights.
Have you been doing stand-up, though?
Working on it.
That's
I
fucking
performed
awesome.
like a couple of weeks for the very first time, a couple of weeks before the world shut down. So I haven't been able to do anything since, but it's something I want to do for a very long time.
That's fucking awesome, man. That's so cool.
Thank you. I did improv.
imagine-
I did improv at Upright Citizens Brigade in New York.
Oh, no shit. That's
Yeah.
fucking cool.
That was
Yeah, it was pretty
that was a
awesome.
lot of fun. I'm so glad I did it.
That's fucking awesome, man. I think that's really good. I think you'd be good at that, too. I
Thank
think
you.
you'd be
God
really
damn
good
it.
at
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the fucking apocalypse happened.
Yeah, right?
That's a shame. That's a real shame.
Shitty timing.
As much as I like people showering me with compliments, praise, and reinforcing my weird life decisions, we should move on to another card. We have to think of who the most likely to become a TikTok star during the pandemic is. The most voted.
Ethan.
Take 6 sips.
Ethan.
No, you know what? I think it is Ethan.
Really? I was going to say
that.
Steph.
Nope.
Steph was my
No,
first choice.
Steph wouldn't touch
I'm too
TikTok
old for
with it.
TikTok.
He refuses to
That's
TikTok.
true. Ethan is the youngest of us.
Dana, Jeff, what do you think?
I would think Dan.
I barely know what TikTok is.
So he says.
Yeah.
I think the consensus is Ethan.
And yeah,
I'll take it.
he already paid his dues.
Oh, he drank already?
Oh my god. So what is the ABV on that barley wine that you're drinking?
I don't fucking know. Hold on.
I need a sipping
It
beer.
doesn't say.
It doesn't say.
Well,
It's
just
a Tom Hardy. It's gonna be at least. It's gonna be at least
A
12.
non-game beer.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's probably
Damn
12.
I'm opening up a non-game beer because I keep going to drink my game beer.
Okay, that's a good idea. All right, next card. Ooh, here we go. If you watched Tiger King, take 5 sips.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Not me.
Not me.
Dan and I are the only ones not drinking.
It was
Well, you
wild.
two have lost out.
There's a second.
not
There's a
proud.
second part to this.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
If you think Carol did it, take another 5 sips.
Fuck yeah, Carol did it.
But I tell you something, she did do it, and she should have done it.
That's fucking truth.
All right.
Listen, I know what I'm about, and Carol's the only one who killed a millionaire on that show, so she's got my fucking support.
Jess
Wow.
had to think about it for a while, but she's
Yeah.
drinking now.
So here's the story. My father was a criminal defense attorney.
Oh no, not Dan.
And he told me a story about one time he was at a conference and this famous lawyer named Racehorse Haynes, who was actually featured on This American Life as a prolific criminal defense lawyer in the South, was giving a seminar on how to defend death penalty murder cases. And he came up to the microphone and he said, when it comes to defending a homicide, I don't want to hear nothing about your client's mental capacity. I don't want to hear battered woman syndrome. And I sure as shit don't want to hear self-defense. You got to answer 2 questions to defend a murder. Did the decedent need a little killing? And was your client the one for the job?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So as far as I'm concerned, Carol would have gotten off.
Carol did it. Carol did it. Is the consensus?
A
Huh?
little killing.
What did you say? Not only did Carol did it, but she should have.
Yeah, she did it, but she should have. And you know, she's the only one who killed a millionaire on that whole fucking show.
I'm tweeting this.
We move on to another card. Who is the most? Oh Jesus! Who's the most likely to die first in a pandemic?
Holy shit.
All right, I have an answer, and I don't like that my brain went here first.
Me?
Wayne, you're the only one who got sick in this pandemic.
Yeah. But I'm still here, motherfuckers.
You are, but you're the only one that got sick. I say that strictly out of love, and I'm glad that you're okay.
How many sips do I have to take? for getting
Most
to play?
voted takes a shot. Oh shit! And take care of yourself, please. We all have to drink.
A shot?
I mean, a sip. Let's go with sip.
All right.
We all have to drink.
But we all have to drink because we have to take care of ourselves.
No, I have to drink because I got coronavirus. I haven't been through enough.
I just need the bottle. I'm just gonna take a swig out of the bottle.
Are you going with liquor?
Really, it's fucking delicious. Yeah, I'm gonna take a shot with the card set because I'm an adult.
Fucking delicious?
What are you drinking now?
This is local revivalist gin. It's fucking high quality shit.
Nice.
You should tell him about your gin.
Okay.
I love gin.
Oh yeah,
I would've-
Steph. I
I
ordered a
would've
bottle of gin, and I
pulled out-
thought of you.
I just want to point out that this round was supposed to have one person that everybody chose, and that person took a shot, and we just decided that everybody was just going to drink just for the hell of it.
No, it's the card says, and take care of yourself, please. Which I, as the host of this
Oh, you have
weird
deemed that
rendition,
means everybody.
I thought
Okay.
that meant everybody drinks.
All right.
I feel like that
You should
also
tell
means
them about
I
your-
I'm the only one who took liquor.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Your roast gin.
Oh
Is that what
shit!
it is?
Here's one I don't want to read. If you're not wearing a bra right now, take 5 sips.
Oh, I'm wearing a bra.
Oh fuck.
Should you be wearing a bra?
Jess, are you wearing a bra?
Nope, she's drinking.
I'm drinking.
Oh, shit. Who is the most likely to post their coronavirus test results on Instagram before telling their parents?
All right, I posted mine on Facebook
After
I was
I'm not
recovered
talking to either
and
of my
everybody
parents,
already
so it would be me.
Yeah, it would definitely be Steph.
Stuff, yeah.
Yeah, probably. Steph, you got to take 4 sips.
Yeah, Steph.
Steph. Everybody agrees with Steph.
Oh, shit. I like this one. It's categories.
Oh,
Same order. Wayne, Steph, Ethan, me, Jess, Dana.
All right, same order.
Binge-worthy Netflix shows. Loser's going to take 4 sips.
That's it.
Yeah, I know, right?
We
All right,
did go
so-
around the circle.
Around the circle.
I'm gonna say for this round they have to be legitimate answers.
Wait, okay, but here's the thing: legitimate answers, but exclusively on Netflix or any streaming service.
Yeah, like
Says Netflix.
I would
Can you
I would
say
go with
clear?
Netflix.
Okay.
or it has to be a Netflix original. Original?
No, just a show on Netflix.
On Netflix.
I'd say, let's
All
go
right,
show
then.
on Netflix.
Fucking Cheers.
I mean, that is on Netflix. Steph.
Well, I'm gonna say Tiger King.
Ethan.
Waco. It was
Ozark.
great.
What'd you say?
Ozark, which I'm currently binging.
That was gonna be my next one.
Yeah.
Virgin River.
Sounds fake.
Dana.
Stranger Things.
That's a good one.
Okay.
Orange is the New Black.
Schitt's Creek.
That's not a Netflix original.
I thought we
It
just
doesn't
said.
have to be
Yes, it is on Netflix.
original.
Yes, it is
Yeah,
on
I think we
Netflix.
just went with shows that are on
It's on
Netflix.
Netflix.
All
It's on
right,
Netflix.
all
Because you
right.
started off
It's
with
on
Cheers. Cheers is not a Netflix original.
Netflix.
Fucking bad.
You'd only be able to watch Cheers by ordering the VHS tapes in the mail.
The Office.
Oh, fuck,
Like-
that was
BoJack Horseman.
Nailed it.
Atypical.
That's a good show.
Shit. Castlevania.
the one about what's the one about the serial tick? Making of a killer? Is that what it's called? Making a murder. Making a murderer.
We'll give it to
There
you.
you Sure.
The Anthony Bourdain Show. No reservation.
Oh man, R.I.P.
All right.
The Witcher.
100 Humans.
100 Humans.
Oh, that show's great.
That was
That was a good show. Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Shut up, Dan. Shut up, Dan.
Shut up, Dan.
What was it? Dead to Me? With was that Christina Applegate?
Thanks. I'm gonna say The End of the Fucking World.
Damn it!
What?
Oh, that was so fucking good. Oh, that one was great.
It really
Yeah.
was. It took a while for me to get into it, but it paid off.
Oh, wow.
The
that
first
was
or the
so
second
good.
one?
All right, Steph, right?
The
I
first
haven't seen the
was
second
good.
one. I've only seen the first.
Is Dexter on Netflix?
I don't know.
Actually, I think it is.
Yeah, it just got added recently, actually, yeah.
Yes. Good job.
Sex Education.
Dan.
House of Cards,
All right.
Ooh.
which I've never actually watched.
The Good Place.
Ooh.
Oh, that's
Oh.
fucking good, too. The Good Place is so good.
Dana.
Chewing gum.
What the fuck is that?
Oh yeah.
It's a great show, Steph.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. The IT crowd. That wasn't me going out on a limb. That was Jess giving me a hint.
I'll give it to you because that's where I saw it.
Is Parks and Rec on Netflix?
That's what I was gonna say, but I don't know.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
is.
it is.
That,
Okay.
Well, I don't know.
episode
Now
last
that
night-
Peacock exists, I don't know.
that episode last night was awesome.
I really
I
like it.
watched Parks and Rec on Netflix last night.
Okay, I love that show.
It's great. Okay.
Ethan, I guess that means it's your guess.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, I just had this answer in my head because I was... On My Block.
Okay. The movies that made us.
The Crown.
What? Oh, what is that?
The
That's
Crown.
a good one. Yeah, I'm going to say that one.
We all heard it. We all heard that.
Yeah.
Wait, is it my turn? Evil Genius.
Oh, I was gonna say that next. Fuck. I
Wayne.
feel like I need to cheat now.
Was that me?
Yep.
Shit. All right.
Help.
Sorry, my phone was dying. We're dealing with a situation. Shit. Shit. Shit.
5, 4,
Great British Baking
3.
Show.
Ah, damn it.
Oh, fuck.
Wow, what a fucking pick. I can't believe that was such a late round draft pick.
I know, right?
Yeah. I watch that show all the goddamn time.
Oh, I got one. Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Ooh, that's got a movie coming up.
For real?
Yeah, it's one of those
I
pick
love
your
that
own
show.
endings movies.
I need to not drink my game beer. I need to drink my other beer.
Never Have I Ever, which you should all watch.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, it's very fucking good.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. This wasn't the answer I had in mind, but it just came to me. I am going to go with Bill Nye Saves the World.
Yeah, good one.
I
watched,
had higher
like, all
expectations
these
for that.
fucking shows.
I did too, but I binged it. Jess.
It's my turn.
Yes.
Sorry, the phone died. What was said? The Fix.
That was not said.
I was going to say that one. I forgot about it. Good job.
I was gonna say it, but I forgot about it.
Jimmy Carr.
Dana.
American Horror Story.
Oh.
Oh, is that on Netflix?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wayne, back to you.
Oh, fuck my balls.
I don't remember seeing that show.
I don't remember seeing that show. Drink.
Five.
I'm going to take one for the team. I'm going to
All
drink.
right. All right. All right.
Drink.
How many?
Who's got what? Sorry, 4 sips.
Okay.
Who's got what left? I have this left.
I have like a little
I
baby
have
bit.
this left. You can't see it.
All right. All right, cool. So
Mine's
we're
like half
relatively
full.
close. I got worried about time. Then again, we all have nothing but time.
I don't know. I gotta go fucking brew a beer tomorrow.
I'm really busy, Dan.
Sure. All right, the next one, it's a self-admitting card. If you said coronavirus like Cardi B this week, take 5 sips. 5 sips. Shit. If you have no idea what that is, take 3 sips.
Shit. Well, I'm taking 3 because I have no idea what it is.
Can you repeat that?
Oh,
If-
wait.
If you
Coronavirus!
if you said coronavirus like Cardi B this week, take 5. So Ethan, you now have to take 5.
No, I did it after the fact.
I have to take 3 because I didn't know what it was.
Okay, so Ethan's getting a point because he knew what it was.
Yeah.
Power hand.
I don't think points are good though. I feel like if you get the most points, you're the loser.
Coronavirus.
Coronavirus.
Most likely to. Oh, nope.
Ooh, all right.
You can't stop now. Let's go.
It's gone. I already forgot what it was.
No. Let's go.
Yeah, dude.
You know what?
No.
It doesn't matter.
Man.
I'm the only one who's alone right now. Most likely to break up with their significant other during the quarantine. Go. I'm not breaking up with Moo. I'm responsible for her fucking life.
Oh, boy.
Have fun, partnered people. I have never been so happy, red,
I have
sad,
to.
to be single.
I'm not breaking up, babe. I'm
I
coming
think
back.
we can pass on this one.
That's
No.
why I passed on it.
That's so funny. No, look. See, I think if you guys knew Rachel, this would be funnier. Rachel, the question of the game is which couple is most likely to break up during quarantine? And they're all being like, oh, I'm embarrassed. I don't want to start. Do you think we break up during quarantine or not?
If Stickman was not deemed as an essential business, we would already be broken up.
Oh,
I think
Ethan's
that probably I would have already murdered him.
shit. She would have Carol
Philadelphia's
Baskin's
homicide
you.
rate- Like, yeah, Philadelphia's homicide rate is down, but not 0, and like we would be involved.
Nice. Ethan, sounds like you're taking 5 sips then.
I did. That's probably the end of this. I don't know.
Yeah, that was the end of Ethan's.
I'm out.
Are we still gonna keep going with the rest of us, or should we just say that's it?
Ethan's the loser. That's fine. I've got this wedding cake I'm going to explore as well.
Let's do one or two more. I'm
One or
into
two
it.
more.
Gotta
All right,
be
all
it.
right, all right. All right, here we go. Here's one. If you wish it was 2021 already, down your drink.
Oh, wow.
I guess that's the end of the game.
That was actually kind of perfect.
Don't down that. I wanted some.
I didn't actually down it. There's still more in it.
I did. I only had a sip or 2 left.
Too old for that shit.
I have
was-
more in the fridge.
That was exciting, right?
That was fun.
Dana's
was cool.
sad because I just chugged the Oreo beer.
Oh no. If you want to
I got
have
this lovely thing.
is that mango wheat?
Mm-hmm. John Stempler mailed me some beer.
Oh, he was supposed to mail me COB.
Yeah, you hear that, Ethan? John Stempler mailed me some beer.
Yeah, but after you
beer off of John Stemler too. I love the dude. He's the fucking man.
He definitely is. He definitely is. If you want to find your way into a fun party game like that was Stay the Fuck Inside. And proceeds from their sales during all the fucking craziness that's around are going to Meals on Wheels. You get to have fun. You can do, Zoom meetings or Hangouts or whatever with your peeps online. You can drink together remotely, and it's fun. This was fun. I'm glad we did this.
Me
it was
too.
a lot of fun. Dan, this is the part of the podcast.
Do you have it? Do you have the list pulled up?
I just pulled up from the last episode.
Thank you. I was about to do the same
where
thing.
We shout out to our most generous patrons on Patreon. We would like to thank very sincerely the following individuals, beginning with Dana. Can't hear the soundboard.
Yep.
James Lamberg.
Well, we made Prima Pills for you, actually, Dan.
Joe Mansell.
Cryo Hot.
Jill Chivers.
Oh, that was the wrong knob.
Clams?
Oh, boy. I think just go with that. Sean Sullivan.
I mean, that's probably going to be a clip now.
PA Brew Review.
What the fuck?
Mark Modugno.
I'm
right?
starting to learn the order.
Yep. Topher Simmons.
How are your levels, Dan?
Poor Man's Brewing Company.
Slimy peeps.
Kathy Obashevsky.
Lawyered.
Eric Dixon.
Oh, God, that peep.
I want to chew on an almond right now.
Nate Foxman.
I would do it.
Oh, man, that beats.
Brian Mills.
I also like whale sperm.
Brian Mills has been playing trivia with us, by the way.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I saw
Brian.
him the other night. Jen McDonald.
It's nice and thick.
Marilyn Engelman.
Oh, God. Oh, no. Hold on.
Oh, boy.
Fruity
Hold on.
Pebbles.
Had to make sure it wasn't weird.
Josh Price.
Gonna go back in time.
And, of course, Ron McDonald.
Hi guys.
I'm glad that you were pointing at me, Dan. I will tell you that I switched to another tab to read that list, so I didn't see any of it.
Oh, cool. Nice. Glad we did that.
But, there's I was trying to think of a clever, pay our tab thing.
Well, somebody's got to pay for this game that we bought.
Somebody,
Or John can just keep sending us beer.
yeah, and all this unemployment money has to come from somewhere.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So let's run some commercials.
Say, Yvonne, remember when I said I'd have to send away to NASA to calculate your bar tab?
Oh, yeah. We all had a good laugh, Mo.
The results came back today. You owe me $70 billion.
This episode of Beer Busters is brought to you in part by Vinyl Me Please. Vinyl Me Please is a Record of the Month club. It is the best damn record club, in fact. Every month, VMP features one album that is essential to the modern vinyl collection and sends it to thousands of members worldwide. Artists include Betty Davis, Kevin Morby, Fiona Apple, Beck, Gorillaz, and I myself am the proud owner of a special marble copy of Weezer's Pinkerton, thanks to Vinyl Me Please.
Which is a good album.
Which is a great album. Each record is pressed exclusively for VMP members with features you can't get anywhere else. Things like bonus tracks, inserts, colored variants, and comes packed with a 12x12 album-inspired art print and a custom cocktail pairing recipe. And they know that trusting someone else to curate your record collection can be pretty scary. And, of course, you've had your whole life to fine-tune your taste, and they certainly don't want to get in the way. That's why they feature swaps, where you can exchange a featured record with one from the VMP archives or a limited set of store titles. That way, even though you're trying new things, you won't be forced to take a title you already have or know in advance that isn't right for you. There's no contracts, no strings, no guilt trips, no fees, and you get top-shelf customer service to make sure you get the answers and help you need as soon as humanly possible. So if you want to sign up for VMP, which you will not regret, head over to joinvmp.com/beerbusters to sign up today. That is joinvmp.com/beerbusters. And we're back.
And we're back. That was the word from our sponsors.
It was. I'm going to open another beer because we all downed ours at the end of the game. Ethan, how you feeling there? You drank a fucking barley wine.
Yeah, I like to party.
Yes,
Lottie,
you do.
Dottie.
I took some gin too, which is great. I'd like to mention them again. Revivalist gin. This stuff is fucking legit and it's local.
Have you had any gin from what's the place that's Metropolis in Lancaster? Lancaster Distilling? They have a gin with rose and geranium.
Ooh.
It's fucking delicious.
That sounds delightful.
I haven't had that. I have had the stuff in Lidditz right next to it, Stolen Wolf.
I ordered from them.
I love it there.
I'm still waiting on my delivery, but that's the bottle of gin I bought, Steph, that I was thinking of you.
They're so fucking good. Their gin is incredible. They have a barrel-aged gin. Their rye whiskey is legit.
That's what I
some
ordered.
of the best whiskey I've ever fucking had.
They delivered to Philly.
So, that's fucking... Well, I don't have any of their whiskey right now, so maybe I should order some of that. I still have some of the barrel-aged gin. But.
Nice. The rye, it was what, $50-something, and it's worth it. I love that fucking rye.
Is that shipped?
Yeah, $53.
Wow.
Yeah, just like flat. So I'm waiting on their Philly guy to contact me to get it delivered. But their gin is only like $28, and I figured I'll experiment with their gin.
Oh god, it's so good. Now this Revivalist is like a different kind of gin. It's a little more full bodied. It's like, I wouldn't call it a dry gin. It's got a great flavor to it. The stuff that these guys at Stolen Wolf making is like bone dry, like English gin, and it's so fucking good.
So
it's
what?
unbelievable.
I normally don't like gin, but I want to try it because I want to like it. I want to find a way that I can enjoy it rather than just forcing it down my gullet hole. What should I mix this gin with?
The one you're getting from Lidditz?
Yeah.
Hey, Rach, what was your go-to drink when you were drinking the gin I got from Lidditz?
That and cucumber and ice is done, but the barrel aged, I would treat it like whiskey.
Oh yeah, well he got the straight. She just said she put it on ice with a couple of like a slice of cucumber in it.
All right, I might have got cucumbers then.
I just drink it on the rocks. Honestly, that particular gin, it drinks so nice because like you like bitter stuff and you like stuff that's drier. I think that gin is like beer in the way that like so much of it is kind of junky that people think they don't like it because like just even the stuff they associate as being high quality is kind of shitty.
Yeah.
Like if you thought you didn't like beer, you'd think you don't like beer. And if somebody said you never tried good beer, you might say, "Oh, I tried Stella though." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People think it's genuinely good beer. But this gin is just, it's so fucking nice. It's got this great like spice character to it, and this juniper. You put a slice of cucumber in there, some ice. That's fucking perfect. Maybe if you don't like just like sipping on hard liquor, some people don't have the taste for that. Maybe just like some simple syrup and a little bit of bitters too. But like, it's fucking good.
All right.
It doesn't need a lot.
Thank you.
It doesn't need a lot. Yeah.
I'm excited to get it. I mean, obviously with the rye, I can't fucking wait for. But I wanna try gin. I wanna like gin, and this place has a good reputation.
Where we're at, man, in Pennsylvania is a surprisingly good gin stuff going on. And like distilling in general, but there's a shocking amount of just like really good gin in like the mid-Atlantic region as well as like greater Philadelphia and like Eastern PA, you know?
Yeah, and I was just talking about this earlier today. The whole like the state store thing that's going on right now in Pennsylvania, where like they've been closed forever. They're going to do online orders and curbside pickup, and it's been a whole goddamn shit show. And nobody can buy liquor at state stores right now.
Just go to the distilleries.
Go local.
There's so many great craft distilleries in the state, and they're all open. They're all selling. You can go pick it up. You can get it delivered. Like, I know there's probably a large amount of people out there that drink liquor that aren't really aware of that just go to the state stores, and that's where they get their shit. They buy their Jack Daniels or whatever. Maybe they're not the people listening to this podcast, but if they are, like, look into it. Like, there's some great distilleries out there. You can buy the liquor, you can support a small business, and it's probably better than what you've been drinking anyway.
It's probably much
better.
better.
There's a lot of local breweries that are doing pop-ups with distilleries. Mad Chef did one we talked about last week.
Right.
But Saucony is doing one with Reading Distilling, so look for those pop-up opportunities too.
Reading Distilling is good as shit.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah, they are. They were at one of the fests that we went to, and everything I had from them was great.
They're always at Ephrata Beer Fest. They're always
yeah. They had like pre-mixed cocktails that they had there.
Yeah.
That was really good.
Craft distilling is like where craft brewing was in like 85. Like the people doing it are all really good because the market doesn't have a lot of room for it yet. People don't really know about it, but like you're really fortunate. Like think about like what craft breweries were open in like 85. It was like Sierra Nevada and like
Anchor.
Yeah, like just really good shit, right? Like because that's all who could survive. Like everybody who's making a good living in distilling right now is really fucking good at what they're doing. You got a good bet buying any of their bottles.
Well, that might lend to another question. We've talked about it before, and I've wondered when people may consider moving on from craft beer. Do we think that it's more realistic now than it was before? I mean, people obviously, I don't want that to be the case because Ethan, you own and operate a very fucking good brewery. But people have moved on. People are trying more seltzers than before. I find myself a little more excited from time to time about whiskey and about other, drinks and cocktails than I am about beer, just because I've known beer for so long. Do we think we're in the process of that happening more than we were before?
So I think that I reject the premise of your question in this way.
Okay, please do.
So it assumes that people only have room for like one type of beverages.
All right, yeah, I'll give you that.
And I think that like what we're seeing in the U.S. with beer, with wine, with different types of spirits kind of like emerging in like a craft way just now. You got the Amaro craze and you got all these different liqueurs that people are drinking, but you're also seeing like a new concept of restaurant where it's like this super fine dining but kind of casual feel. You're seeing like a new revival of what they call new American cuisine. There's a whole sort of like cultural development that's happening in the U.S. around what we eat and what we drink and how we approach eating and drinking with our friends and stuff like that. And so I think that like as that culture develops, two things happen. Like the logical progression of it is that everything gets better. And everything gets more local, everything gets more handmade. But the other part of that is that people are consuming a broader variety of stuff and more frequently, So I think there's room for all of it. I think that maybe you'll see ebbs and flows in what's like people's favorite or like what's like, the basic choice, right? But like I think there's just like so much room for all of it because it used to be that like 10% of the market was receptive to any craft product. And now everybody, at least a little bit, is having some of this stuff. So, and it only gets better.
And I agree that like we've already seen, in the before times, the craft beer industry, the signs and the rumblings and the beginnings of sort of a shakedown, what you might call a correction, if you're an economist, where I don't think it's a bubble burst situation, but I think it's a situation where the market has reached a saturation point.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but the flip side of that is like, yeah, it's going to shake out. Yeah, a lot of places probably won't survive. And obviously the pandemic going on is going to probably just accelerate a process that was already happening. But craft beer is not going to disappear. Like there's still at the other end of it, there's still going to be breweries. There's still going to be people drinking craft beer, and and people who drink beer often. Like I drink mostly beer, but I'll still drink some liquor here and there. We've gone to cideries, we've gone to meaderies, we've tried other drinks, other alcoholic beverages, and it's also kind of weird that we even make a distinction.
Right.
We're talking about like beer being one thing and liquor being another thing and cider being another thing, when really they're just different kinds of the same thing.
I think most people have sort of a rubric where it's like, well, I drink a cocktail in this situation, and I drink a beer in this situation, and I drink wine in this situation. And I think, oh, look at that cat.
Yes. Oh, look at that cat.
But like, you know what I mean, though? It's like if everything that people are buying is becoming more and more local and more like well made, right? Then it just becomes more of a situational thing. When I'm at this kind of dinner, I get a cocktail and then I have a glass of wine. When I'm at this kind of bar, I always order a beer. When I'm drinking at home on the weekend, I drink beer. When I'm having a drink with dinner, I drink wine, et cetera, et cetera. You know what I mean? So I think there's just, as more people become more aware of more options, there's just more room for all of the stuff.
Well, and I also wonder if, we see it a lot right now in Pennsylvania. with breweries that also operate distilleries, breweries that also have wineries, like Brews Jersey. I don't know what Steph and Dana are really cracking up about company.
It's the cat.
Is it the cat?
It's got to be the cat.
It's got to be the cat.
Oh
That's
my
Bones,
god!
that's the tail.
Oh my god!
Bones is pretty awesome.
When I crashed there on New Year's, Bones kept me company.
Yeah, Bones is good with that. When I was sick, Bones would lay with me all the time.
Oh, Bones.
Yeah. But I wonder if, because laws are sort of changing now and we're kind of getting away from that archaic legal perception of alcohol and starting to try, like, it's modernizing in a lot of places. It's modernized a lot in Pennsylvania in the last several years. Oh, there's a moo. So I wonder if you're going to see more companies pop up that do more than one thing, that make beer, that make cider, that make mead, that make kombucha, that make spirits, that do all of it.
I don't see why not. I mean, the thing is, like, especially unique to Pennsylvania, right, is that every time you get a production license, you actually get a license for multiple locations, right? So, like, a brewery entitles you to up to 3 locations. A distillery and a winery both entitle you for up to 6 locations, you know, 1 production facility plus 5 others. So, like, the natural progression, if you're already making stuff, you're already used to that kind of business model. The natural progression is like, why buy a liquor license when I can just make the money off the product I know how to produce, you know?
Right.
So, yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me. Because the money is really in as much retail as you can sell.
Yeah. Well, and I think the whole, like, craft alcoholic beverage thing is going to keep, you know, like, there's a lot of rumblings in cider and mead and spirits right now. And, you know, beer has kind of already gone through the entire evolution of being a niche thing to being mainstream. And so I think a lot of breweries might start, and a lot of breweries have. I mean, look at cider. A lot of breweries have jumped on the cider train. And I think, you know, it's smart business to keep up with the trends. And, like, why do we only have to make beer? Why can't we distill spirits? Why can't we figure out the licensing that allows us to, you know, make other kinds of drinks that our customers will buy?
I want to grow weed. I mean that seriously.
I mean, and that's gonna be
I want to grow and sell weed. I think it would be a great. I want to be involved in, like, the production of raw materials. You know, this is totally from a business perspective, but it's like growing weed is so appealing to me because you can process it and make all the stuff with it, but then you can also just sell people weed, and you can also sell other companies weed in bulk, like all at the same. There's just, like, so many ways to go with it. I think it's great. I want to grow and sell weed.
Do we still think it's just a matter of time until weed's legalized and regulated?
Yeah. It's going to be in Pennsylvania and Jersey within the next 2 years.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Yeah.
I looked into medical marijuana for my back pain, and it's stupid expensive. It's
a schlep. It's a pain in the ass.
It's better and easier for me to just, like, find a kid on the street who's going to sell me something.
Yeah, well,
not that I do that. Not that I do that. I tried to do it the right way, and it's so dumb.
Well, we could talk offline.
You know, the whole.
I'm an advocate for marijuana.
Oh yeah, me too. I admittedly I don't like the way I feel on it. I've had it maybe twice in my life where I felt okay. And
you know, I'm gonna start making CBD soda. You could be a guinea pig for me on that.
Fucking yes.
I really want to start doing the CBD soda. I think it'd be fucking great.
That would be amazing.
It'd be great business, and it's a good product.
What level dosage are you looking at for it?
25 mils in a 16-ounce can.
All right, that's not a small amount.
For like $5 a can, I think.
Not bad at all.
I had a rhythm to it. 25 mils in a 16-ounce can.
Yeah, dude. That's how, you know, I'm a salesperson, you know. I make everything sound appealing.
I cracked open another beer. Steph, I put it on the document. Workhorse Rosé Ale, because we still have some of those left. It's delicious. It's so good. It's nice and floral. It's crisp. It's refreshing. It's clean.
Workhorse does a good job, man. I gotta be honest, I was skeptical of them when they first opened, but they do a good job.
Yeah, Workhorse is great.
Yeah.
Their product is.
Yeah, I haven't had a bad beer from them. And yeah. I mean that oh so sincerely.
When you see the big investment go into a place, you always kind of question it, but like they really do make good beer.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Dan Hirschberg, he took his time, he thought about it, he had a very structured business plan around the whole thing, and he nabbed himself a fucking hell of a brewer.
Well, that's the thing. And that's the key because, like, we met him right before they opened. We talked to him on the podcast. You can go back and look up that episode and listen to it. Cha-ching. But, it was he was sort of like investing in like a little beer wonderland, like this giant building, this giant, enormous system to open up a brewery with.
Yeah.
Enormous tap room, huge facility, lots of really grandiose, ambitious plans for the location, let alone the liquid. And when you hear that sort of thing, you kind of think, well, is this guy really opening a brewery to make good beer, or is this guy opening, a Dave and Buster's, and just a place for people to come hang out? But they do have both sides of the equation, and nabbing the brewery that he did and making sure that the quality of the beer was a top priority was evident before they opened, and now that they've been open and you can go out and you can find their beers all over the place, you can drink it and taste for yourself. It's a quality beer first and foremost.
Every single one of them. They just put a new one out this week as of recording. That's it's like an IPA. That's thank you to the essential workers or something. And I really want to try it.
Workforce IPA. Yes, we posted about that on our socials.
Yes, that go.
Proceeds from that are going to go to benefit an association that's helping restaurant workers right now.
Yes,
the name escapes me at the moment.
But I really want to try it because I haven't had a bad beer from them.
Yeah.
Which is why I really want to try the Oreo cheesecake beer from you, Ethan, because I have not had a bad beer from you.
Hey, well, I appreciate that you lied to the people like that.
One of my most valuable lessons that I ever got in broadcasting school was, even if you don't mean it, say it like you do.
Yeah, it really does.
However, that being said, I do mean it. I really want to try that beer because I love your beer.
I'll get it to you. I'm delivering tomorrow, so.
You're the man.
This will be too late by the time this episode airs, but I did share it on our page today. Trogs is donating 100% of the proceeds of the beer that sold from May 3rd to May 6th to 4 local hospitals.
Oh, good for them.
The medical workers.
I always have such a positive association with Trogs. When I worked at Church Brew Works, I was lucky enough to be part of the team. I was really young at the time. I had very little to do with it. I was involved in the barrel work for one of the beers, but we won a really big award at Great American Beer Festival, which was Brewery of the Year in our category. And Trogs won the same award in a much bigger category. And since we were both from Pennsylvania, we did a collab together. And the brewer from Trogs, honestly, man, it was like, almost 10 years ago. I don't even remember his name anymore, but he was just such a nice guy. And I've always loved their beers. And like anytime I've interacted with people from Trogs, they're fucking great. Go Trogs.
Yeah, man.
Go Trogs.
Go Trogs.
Their Keller Pills right now is fucking insane. I have a connection that goes and gets curbside there, and I always ask for some 6-packs.
Well, hook me up
of the Keller Pills.
It's
so fucking
lagers.
good, Ethan.
I'm hoarding lagers right now. I got all kinds of good shit in the fridge. It's not all barley wines and Millers. You know what I'm saying?
I recommend 225 from St. Boniface.
Oh my god, that is such a good beer.
You can get a case of this for $34. You can get a fucking case.
I might have to make a quarantine trip to Ephrata.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these dudes sell their beer so fucking cheap. It makes me think like I just don't know how they do it.
Yeah. There was a thing I saw earlier, and I wish I would have. All right, it was a millennial thing. I read the headline. I didn't click on the article. I know Steph's going to give me shit for that.
Whatever.
But there are some breweries that are donating the beer that they can't sell to the community. Like whoever wants a beer, just come in and get it. And it's kind of like what the game did, I guess. Pay what you want, pay what you think is appropriate. But if you just want a free beer, get a free beer.
Yeah, Phillips cheesesteaks down in West Patchogue.
Yeah,
They're doing that. They're giving free meals if you're a student and you're not getting school lunch. You just get a free cheesesteak.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, you just show up and you're just a teenager and you're like, I'm fucking hungry, and they're like, here's the dopest pizza steak in the city of Philadelphia.
That's awesome. I'm not a huge fan of their steaks. They're good. Late night drunk, but they're not my favorite.
It's the only time I really consumed it. You know why I like Phillips, in all honesty, is because they're one of the few remaining places that sells the old school Philly staple, the fish cake, which I really fucking love. Is the fish cake?
Never had one, and it sounds.
Doesn't do it.
It sounds terrifying.
Just ignore all your instincts.
But I don't like fish.
No, it doesn't really taste like fish.
I need details. I don't understand.
It's just essentially like a crab cake, but with like white fish. Like it's like an old. I don't know if it feels Jewish to me as a member of the tribe, but I don't know if it is. But I fucking love them. It's basically just like white fish, like fucking whatever's the same kind of fish as in white fish salad, but it's not smoked, and it's I'm embarrassing my ancestors not knowing the name of the fish, but it's not smoked, and it's just like seasoned, kind of like a crab cake, and it's just like goes on the grill. It's great.
I don't know. Maybe I'll try it.
It's fried. Sometimes it's fried.
I've been changing the foods that I eat, and I kind of like stuff I didn't like before. I eat pickles now. I used to fucking hate pickles.
Pickles are amazing.
Pickles are great.
We made pickle pizza.
The same rule about everything, whether it's booze or food or anything, is like if you don't like something, it's not because you don't like the ingredient as a whole. It's because you don't like how it was prepared when you had it. You know what I mean?
That's a fair argument. Although I've had mushrooms prepared a bunch of different ways, and I don't like mushrooms.
Some people really don't like fucking mushrooms. I don't understand it, but that looks great.
That does. I saw that, and it looked real good.
It was amazing.
That's a pickle pizza.
I did try. I mentioned fried chicken earlier. I tried my hand at Nashville hot chicken this week.
Oh, how was it?
Turned out pretty good. I gotta make the batter better next time. Batter.
Man, we went to this place.
Better.
He was in Nashville. We went to this place. Shit, I'm having trouble remembering the name.
Hattie B's?
It's got to be Hattie B's.
Not Hattie B's. Not
really?
Hattie. This place was like deeper. This was in like deep Nashville. And this was, I forget the name of this place. Let me see if I can look it up. But the point is, it was just incredible. It was like, looked like a total dive, but it was just incredible. It was just fucking so tasty. And it was we got to order a catfish to split between us, and then we each got our own chicken. And I'm not normally a spicy food guy, but this like tasted good too. But dude, it wrecked my mouth. I was so spicy for the whole day.
Yeah.
It's really aggressive.
When I was in LA in December, we went to Howlin' Ray's, and it was on a recommendation of a dude that's on a podcast that I listened to. And I made sure I tweeted at him because he had mentioned it like 3 months before. And I tweeted him, and I was like, hey, just curious, what's the hot chicken place you're telling everybody to go to? And he responded, it's Howlin' Ray's. You got to get the sandwich. It's amazing. Let me tell you, we waited in line an hour and a half, and I got this hot chicken sandwich, and it was one of the best fucking things I've had in my life.
Oh, I fucking believe it, man.
I've eaten a lot of food, and this was up there.
This place had no wait that I went to. It was just because it's like a residential place. I think it's in the sketchier neighborhood. But I didn't get the sandwich, which I regret to this day. I got to go back to Nashville. I'm not crossing the Mason-Dixon line right now. That's a personal thing. But
that's
like,
understandable.
one day I will.
Yeah. Well, if you don't cross the Mason-Dixon line, just go west. There are good places.
For sure.
So, Ethan, we mentioned earlier, you were talking about the website and the fact that you partner with a charity and that there is a link on there. That charity, again, was Laurel House, correct?
Laurel House. We've also partnered with another charity called Safe Harbor that provides meals for homeless people in Chester County.
That's amazing.
Because experiencing homelessness right now is especially tough.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you can go on the website and just buy a meal for a person who's experiencing homelessness right now. It's an organization called Safe Harbor. They're great. So we've been doing it for Laurel House and for Safe Harbor because we feel like these are two groups that are just like particularly hit hard.
For sure.
Issue.
That's amazing.
Speaking of Laurel House, Workhorse, one of the things they're doing, they're part of that Workforce IPA. They're doing that Raise Your Glass initiative. They're also donating $1, I think, for every 4-pack or 6-pack sold at the King of Prussia location. And they're also matching donations. The details are on their website. You can pick up. But one of the charities that's benefiting is Laurel House as well.
Oh, that's awesome! Yeah, they're really big. Unfortunately, but also fortunately, they're a really big presence in the area. So it's good that a lot of people are supporting them.
And you know what's really cool? It's just sort of a random aside about Laurel House. when I was putting together a post to promote the stuff that Workhorse is doing because they had emailed us about it, so we wanted to kind of put it out there. I went to the websites of all these different charities, and I was on the Laurel House website, and they have a link that it permanently sits at the top of the page. No matter where you are on the website, there is always a link at the very top of the page that says leave the site. And you click on it and it takes you to like 6abc.com. And it took me a minute, like, what is that? And then I realized if you are in an abusive relationship and you're trying to find help and you're sitting on your computer looking at this website and your abuser comes by, having that one quick click to like hide what you're doing is such an amazing idea. Like you wouldn't even like think about that and just like,
oh yeah, they're great in every way.
Yeah,
they're great in every way.
Wow, that's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Wow, that's heavy.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But yeah, cheers to them, man.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
They're fucking great, and they're such nice people to deal with too. They're just great in every way.
That's great. That's great.
Well, on that note, now that Steph is back,
yes,
I had to pee.
We're gonna wrap
totally
up the
understandable
episode proper and move into last call territory.
Yeah. So if people would like to donate to one of these charities, especially through Stickman, it's just stickmanbrews.com, correct?
Stickmanbrews.com. There's a link right at the front of the website to our online store. You can buy our beer for curbside pickup at any of our locations, our food, but you can also make donations directly to the charities that we're supporting.
You guys have a pretty stellar social media game.
Thanks.
It's Stickman Brews on the Instagram. Admittedly, that's my social media of choice these days. I mean, I tweet a lot. Are you on Twitter? I don't think you're on Twitter.
We're on Twitter, but we're not very active.
Yeah,
we talk about this because you get all the notifications from Untapped.
Oh, that's right.
It's tough to really follow because like we can't tell when we're being actually mentioned and when it's just like somebody on their Untapped page. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your TikTok?
We're still doing TikTok and Snapchat and whatever the other one is.
I don't even know how TikTok. I mean, I assume you just have a username on TikTok. I don't even know how it works.
Yeah, I don't know.
It bugs me that TikTok is a thing because Vine shut down. Bless you.
Bless you. Yeah, Vine was all right.
Yeah, Vine was good. We had a Vine. Anyway.
Yeah, we did.
we?
Right. Yeah. We had a Vine.
You were big into getting me and Wayne to redo things to Vine.
I don't remember.
Especially when we had a beer by
TikTok was Musically.
That's right. Yeah, music.ly. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense then. All right. Well,
they had to rebrand because of all the pedophiles.
Yeah,
oh wow,
that's true.
I mean, it's true. Can we end this, please?
So while you're looking for Stickman online at the aforementioned places, don't forget Beer Busters. Twitter and Instagram, we're at Beer Busters. Facebook, we're Beer Busters Podcast. There's beerbusterspodcast.com. And there is patreon.com/beerbusters where you could find your way into Last Call, which is coming up after this. As the cool kids say, click through to Last Call. Who knows what the fuck's going to happen there? We don't have any punishments for this time around, but we'll figure something out. We got stuff in the works. We're three relatively creative people. Two relatively creative people plus me. 4, 5. However the fucking many people are here, we're creative. It's fine. Let's do it. Also, because this was our prom episode, if you feel like sending over pictures of what you may or may not have been wearing, no fucking dick pics, please. 805-991
all the dick
beer.
pickery.
805-991-2337.
Dick pickery is possible.
No dick pickery.
You can send tit pics too.
Yeah.
Tit pickery.
Listen, I feel like it's a trap if I respond to that, so I will just say keep everything PG.
It is our policy that we do not respond positively to dick pics.
No dick pics.
Unfortunately, my friends.
Semi-fortunately, my friends. This does bring us to the end of another quarantine episode of Beer Busters. Ethan, thanks for taking time, man. It's always a pleasure when you're on.
Hey, thanks for having me. This is lots of fun.
We're still waiting for the official invite to get on your podcast. That's fine.
Oh yeah, we've postponed recording because there's this thing going around. I don't know if you heard about it.
Quick plug. Remind everybody the name. Bad beer prices.
Bad beer and high prices.
High
it's
prices.
Also wherever you can find podcasts. It's mostly just me and Jim bitching.
Makes sense.
It's legit.
Well, hey, I am Dan Baker. I am joined by my co-host and brewologist,
Steph Efner,
and the demented and fermented,
Wayne Baker.
No squids were harmed. We'll see you next time.
Wow, are we at the end of the music already?
Yep.
Holy shit.